What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch-along Champions League business. Massive game, two heavyweights of European football, people, going head-to-head. Real Madrid, Karim Benzema, Big Body Benz FC against Kevin De Bruyne City, Manchester City, people. Who makes the Champions League final? Is it an all-English final, City against Liverpool, man? Or do Madrid get to go head-to-head with Liverpool again? I remember Salah saying last night how much he wanted to play Real Madrid and get revenge for that time when Ramos mashed up his shoulder. So, interesting game tonight, people. Let me go into slow mode. Let me go into Harry Maguire mode, people. Slow it down a bit. And big up to everyone who tuned in today, by the way. We had a great show today with Kevin Campbell. Unexpected as well, because he literally messaged me 15 minutes before the show. So if you haven't watched that, make sure you go back and watch that one, people. You know what? Let me move this car. I look a little bit low down, don't I? I don't know what's going on here. Right, there we go. A bit higher up. Big up Luke, who said, see you, Nick. Big up, bro. Been in hiding for a few weeks as a Chelsea fan. It is what it is, man. I've been there. I've been hiding for about 5 years as an Arsenal fan. You know, them ones. TM said, good convo with Kev today. Kev was preaching facts, respect to you both. Big up, man. He was in good form today, man. Man said Curtis mode, hey, put some respect on my name, Shaquille, man. Man's still quick, you know, even at this old age, you know, I still move him if I have to. You know what I'm saying? Big up the Twitch gang, hey, big up Twitch business, YouTube business, all C-Unit business, people. MD said that was a great stream. Brook the neck, people. You know I'm Benzema FC, man. He's, like I said, him and Mbappe, probably my favourite strikers in the world. Is that cap merch, Big C? Nah, man, nah. I need New Era to give me the, you know what I mean? Give me the deal and we get the C on the front. I get a new design, but nah. That's the best we got so far. The merch soon land, though, people. Soon land. Good show with Kev. Big up, hey, big up Ruben. Just passed my driving test. Big up your damn self, bro. I remember them days, man. Yo, trust me. Don't let no one tell you. Passing your driving test is a big achievement, man. Well done, Ruben. Big up yourself. Gambian Goon, I can't lie. The convo was lit with Kevin, but he waited until we was back in top 4. He knew what he was doing, you know. Kev knew. Kev said, raw, 3 defeats in a row. Nah, I'm busy the next few weeks, you know. When we won 3 games, Kev said, yeah, I didn't even have to message Kev. Kev popped up like, yo, I'm about at 2:30. I said, come true, my bro. Nah, good tactics, though. Kev, you know, he timed it well. Big up, Omar. Hope you're well. Yes, Ruben. Big up, man. Community's bigging you up as well, man. So big up yourself, man. Definitely a proud achievement passing the driving test, man. I remember that day. C-Unit, the show earlier was fire. Big up. Cody Mystified. I missed the Kevin Campbell stream. Watch it later. Definitely worth a watch. We actually agreed for most of the stream. And it was good vibes, I can't lie. It was good vibes. Right, people, let's get into the game tonight. Real Madrid against Manchester City. Champions League semi-final, second leg. City leading from the first leg. In what was, for me, probably the best game I've seen this season. I've got to be honest. The level was through the roof. Gambi and Gunnar said, the Gallem are gonna holler now. Yo, when you can come and collect them is different. The game changes. But hey, let me not speak too much. But hey, right, let's get into the game. This man, if they are gonna reach the final, it's down to this brother. Make no mistake about it. If he turns up, then they've got a chance. If he doesn't turn up, I think they get beat. But Benzema, for me, is just... We spoke about it today. I feel like he was in the shadows of Ronaldo, just chilling. And when Ronaldo went, he said, that's it, my time. Put the spotlight on me. Give me the armband, and I'll perform. And he's probably the most informed striker in world football at the top level, to be honest. And I'm a massive fan of him. Every time he scores, I go crazy. I've just got the feeling that this team, for some reason, is not quite going to be enough to beat City. I don't know why. And usually I go with Madrid because of the pedigree, but I'm just not sure. Let's speak the team. Courtois in goal. Carvajal at right back. Mendy at left back, Militao and Nacho at centre back. I don't really rate any of that back four. I got to be honest. I don't rate Nacho. I really don't rate Carvajal. Militao's okay. And Mendy's a FIFA merchant. He's good on FIFA. He's okay in real life. The midfield three, Casemiro, Modric, Toni Kroos. That could make a big difference because Casemiro didn't play the first leg. He does make a big difference to this team with that extra bit of power in the middle. How big a difference will he make? Front three, Valverde, Vinicius Jr. and big body Benz up top. No Alaba at centre-back today, people, for Madrid. He's on the bench. I don't get that. Is that an injury? I know he made a mistake in the first leg, but he's still better than Nacho. On the bench, Lunin, Fuidas, Alaba, Vallejo, Asensio, Marcelo, Jovic, Lucas Vazquez, former Arsenal player Dani Ceballos, Rodrigo, Mariano, and Camavinga. Camavinga, as you know, I'm a massive fan of him. I think he's a future star, people, but I'm just not too sure about that Real Madrid back four. I think it's going to get hurt. Big up Nathan, who said this will be us next season, Curtis, on FIFA. Yeah, we'll probably make the quarterfinals, semi-finals on FIFA. I don't know about real life. But you know what? It's going to be vibes. It's going to be vibes next season if we're in the Champions League. So let's hope so. Big up yourself, though. Hey, that picture of Vieira, man. What we'll do to have a midfielder like him. Alaba is injured, apparently. Real will score, but will turn up late. Do you know what? Let me get the City team up. The players are walking out on the pitch. Here's your Manchester City team. I'm putting my prediction out early, people. I think Manchester City are going to win. And I don't often back City in big Champions League games. I just think this team they've got out is very strong. Ederson in goal. Kyle Walker returns at right back. He's been out injured, but he's managed to make it back for this game. I think he makes a big difference. Ruben Diaz and Laporte at centre-back. Cancelo at left-back. Midfield, Rodri, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. The front three, Mahrez, Foden, and Jesus. Jesus, since he's been linked with Arsenal, the man's played every game. You know, the man's probably trying to convince him to sign a new contract. And like a few of you have said there, people, it's very interesting that Raheem Sterling now just doesn't get picked for these games. These are the games where usually Sterling would play, and he doesn't even get near this team now. Seems to always be on the bench. Again, year left on his contract. Maybe if we go to City for Jesus, maybe we take Sterling off him instead. I don't know, people. But both teams at full strength were guaranteed a big game. The Man City bench, just quickly, Stefan, Carson, Nathan Ake, Sterling, Gundogan, Grealish, Zinchenko, Fernandinho, Egan Riley, Palmer, McAtee, and Lavia. I mean, when you got Sterling, Gundogan, Grealish, Zinchenko on the bench, it says a lot about the quality of your squad, don't it? They got unbelievable players. Jack Grealish, 100 million. I'm sure he came here to play in these kind of games and doesn't get picked. My score prediction, people, I'm going to go for a Man City win. I'm going for a 2-1 win to Man City. And I don't often go against Real Madrid in the Champions League because this is their competition. It's their pedigree. Benzema, you know, I'm a massive fan of him. I've just got a feeling City are going to beat them. But we'll have to see. Vinicius Jr. and Benzema, those two really need to turn up. Big up Mooney said, I'm able to catch you live. Big up, big up. It's great to get some of you in who don't always get to tune in during the day because of work, time differences, whatever. I understand. Stadium looks beautiful. It's a great stadium. I know it's under reconstruction at the moment. Ando1 said Benzema gets at least 2 today. I hope so, for entertainment. Uzi saying 3-1 to Real. That guy D said 3-1 to Real. I'm going 2-1 City. Rasim said 3-2 to City. John says 3-2 Real Madrid. City have 2 keepers on the bench. I think you have to in Europe for some stupid reason. It makes no sense. If Modric doesn't turn up, Real can't do anything. Let's see if Casemiro can help their midfield. They need to get a hold of KDB. Jesus will not believe in Man City even if Haaland signs. The thing is, Glenn, I look at it and I think, what's the point in him staying if Haaland comes in? Haaland's going to play through the middle. It's the World Cup year. And he'll be getting himself benched for Brazil if he stays at City. But listen, I suppose some players you'd rather be a squad player possibly at Man City than a starter at Arsenal, because you're going to win trophies. They're challenging for all 4 competitions. You're still going to get game time. Buenos Aires Guna said, great stream with Kev earlier. Big up, bro. Malkeet Gaming said 3-2 to City. Penalty Spot says 2-2. Tan said 3-1 to City. South London's Finest going 4-1. The game is underway, people. Let me get the timer there. The game is underway. Massive game. Can we get a game anywhere near the standard that we got last week? As I said, I'm going for a 2-1 Manchester City win. Kai said Jesus needs a move. He won't play if Haaland joins. 3-2 said Ander. 3-3 said Haroon. Big up my bro Broad said Madrid not taking the knee. Is that right? I didn't even see that. I got to rewind that. That's wild. Let me see what's going on here. I didn't even see that. I did not even see it. Yeah, standing up. Don't know if they're booing. But yeah, they refused it. Well, they didn't take the knee. Doesn't always mean they're against it. Sometimes they clap. Sometimes I don't know. My volume's turned down. I don't know what the situation is. You'll know more than me, people, from listening to the commentary. DV said, love the stream with King Kev. 2-1 City. Hey, big up, man. Getting great feedback on that stream with Kev. It was enjoyable, man. Good vibes. Free kick to Real Madrid. Down by the corner flag. Toni Kroos to take it. An early goal would definitely settle the nerves of Madrid. Toni Kroos whips it in. Flicked on. It's cleared away at the near post. Comes back out to him. And he ends up back on the halfway line. Definitely think we're going to get goals. Madrid have to score. Odds on Liverpool winning the quadruple. I think they've got a chance. I think they're the favourites for the Champions League. I think they're the favourites for the FA Cup. They've already got the Carabao Cup. I think if City get knocked out tonight, they might have head loss in the Premier League. Because deep down, Pep wants the Champions League more than anything else. I think it's unlikely they'll win the quad, but they're capable of it. You know, they are capable of it, Liverpool. And they're on it at the moment. Why don't Spanish teams take the knee? Comment below. I don't know. Some people saying in the comments, you know, is it time to move on from the knee? Listen, that's something we'll talk about in a different stream. You know, it's there's a lot of opinions on it. The knee's not often taken in La Liga. Yeah, listen, it's a whole different convo to have, to be honest. Jurgen Quad, listen, he signed a new deal. He wants every trophy. It's Cancelo, left-hand side for Man City. Goes past, it's a corner. Goes past Carvalho there, blocked by Militao. What's your opinion on Aaron Hickey? Do you know what? I'm going to be honest. I don't know too much about him. I'm not even going to cap. I don't know too much about him. See, we're being linked with him as a fullback. So I'm not even going to cap. I watched some YouTube videos. Everyone looks great on YouTube, so I'm not sure. Benzema will score again tonight. It wouldn't surprise me. The Bernabeu looks unreal, don't it? Corner. Phil Foden, away swinger. Header at the back post. Manchester City. Oh, good header there by Casemiro. They could have been in trouble there. And Madrid retain possession with Benzema, who loses out on the halfway line. Look at Zaha's explanation for not taking the knee. Is spot on. Listen, I'll just quickly give you my opinion. I think taking the knee is, on one hand, yeah, you're trying to bring awareness to the sport. But on the other hand, if you're not actually taking action against the point of taking the knee, it's nothing but showmanship. You're doing it the players are just doing it out of habit. If the actual UEFA's, FIFA's, Benzema, heads it over the crossbar. Out for a goal kick, first half chance. Yeah, listen, if you're just taking the knee because UEFA are telling you to take a knee, then it means absolutely nothing to me. It's just tokenship. It means nothing. If UEFA and them are going to actually do something about racism, then cool, carry on. For me, it's lost its any kind of impact that it has anymore. So, yeah, and when Zaha said that, why should I have to kneel down to be respected? I kind of with him on that. So, yeah, and big up everyone putting comments in as well. like you said, man, it's all about action. The knee, what does it mean? Nothing, really, unless you do something about it. Here's Jesus. Good play. Finds Kevin De Bruyne. City on the break. Bernardo Silva's in. Oh, it's tackled for a corner. They're appealing for handball there. Real Madrid. I think VAR will check the handball. Omar said it's just for show. Josh said Zaha stop taking the knee. Yeah. Abby said taking the knee has lost its purpose. Should stop doing it now. Listen, if it makes no difference, then there's no point doing it, you know. How do you gain respect by kneeling? Exactly. You know, they did it as a show of strength, but now I think it's just something, you know, that it's like putting your shoes on in the morning. You're just doing it out of habit. Runjan said, love the show with Kevin. Big up, man. Getting great feedback on that show. A lot of good vibes in there, man. It was enjoyable. Kev said, at what point do they stop taking it? Yeah, I mean, listen. Maybe now. Maybe now. Yeah, we stand strong, man. I get you on that. I get you on that. Here's Vinicius on the left-hand side. Kyle Walker takes it off him. Probably be a harder game for Vinicius tonight because last week he was playing against Fernandinho, who came on at right back, and he roasted him. Where Kyle Walker's express pace. So it'll be a different one. I'm with Zaha. I hear you on that. Bernardo always plays to the whistle. Good player to learn from. Listen, he is outrageously clever. You get that with a lot of these players, man. David Silva, Mesut Ozil, Bernardo Silva. They play between the lines. And they're very difficult to pick up. Here are City down the left-hand side. João Cancelo into the penalty area. Finds Bernardo Silva. And they slow it down a little bit. Yeah, Bernardo Silva's a top baller, man. Aye! Cancelo trying to do tricks. He loses it there, though. Ram Kamar said, Big C, why can't Arsenal go for Benzema? Aye, bruv, come on. Come on, man. Why would he come to Arsenal? Let's be real. And I'm an Arsenal fan, but come on, he ain't going to come to us. He's having the best season of his career in terms of goals, so he's in no rush. Edison taking big chances there. Millie said, no point taking the knee. Sol said, never understood taking the knee. You're supposed to take a knee to your superiors. None of that nonsense. Stand proud of who you are. Yeah, listen, I think it was done just as impact. We all stand up before the game. They took the knee to show something different. But I understand what you're saying, man. For me, it's lost any kind of meaning. But they got to do something else that actually makes a difference, you know? I said more chance of Benzema going to AFT VFC. It's all kicking off here, people. Laporte's on the floor. Kyle Walker's grabbing Modric. Something happened off camera there. The knee just became a trend. No meaning to it. Real Madrid are going to sign Eddie and Nketiah, if only. Jow said, Curtis, would you try and sign Aouar to challenge Odegaard, or would you rather someone like Eze? I've always liked Aouar, you know. I think he can play a slightly different role to I like Odegaard, but I think he should have genuine competition for his place. He shouldn't be a guaranteed selection, you know. Yeah, Laporte rolling around on the floor, trying to get players sent off it. 2 yellow cards there, Laporte and Modric. Ooh, was he giving him a little slap? I don't know what was going off there. You can see there's nothing wrong with Laporte either. Then he was in relation to Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, in the NBA, of course. Or was it... does he play American football, NFL? We always had to stand up against it. Knee was imported from the US, yeah. Yeah, so I can play in that role, but I think the kind of player that Arteta wants in that role is not so much an ESR. ESR is a dribbler with a goal in him, where Odegaard is more, you know, he wants the ball to feet. He gets between the lines. He can pick out passes. It's funny because number 10s have kind of gone out of the game. But we've kind of gone back to a number 10. You look at all the Ozils, Matters and all them, they've gone out. Free kick to City. Mahrez whips it in straight at the keeper. He collects it. Laporte slapped him. How is that not a red? It's crazy, that one. Modric is from the Balkan. Don't mess with them, man. That man don't play, you know. Valverde is a baller. I have to admit, I like him. I didn't know too much about him until the Champions League this season, as I haven't really been watching Spanish football as much. But he's a player, man. Proper player. He's got a bit of pace as well. Yeah, 4-2-3-1 is being phased out. Everyone seemed to say now you can't really play with a number 10 unless you've got two amazing centre midfielders who can kind of carry him. I know people say Odegaard is an 8/10, but that kind of player, I think sometimes you should play with a three-man midfield. Nathan said, Curtis, have you seen the latest season of Top Boy? Yeah, I watched it, man. Sick. I always get the messages about Curtis in it, so I know, bro. Yeah, but good, man. Ashadi, I speak to Ashadi a little bit, actually. Big Arsenal fan as well. Omar said, missed the stream earlier, was on a day out with the family. Hey, big, you got to do what you got to do, bro. Tune in, go watch it back. Very good stream. Big up Blue Crew said, personally, I think they're fine. They have an owner coming. I personally think Chelsea won't go, but Chelsea will be all right. They won't go bust, man. No chance. The government wouldn't even allow that to happen. You know how much tax these football clubs pay? It ain't no joke. They're never going to let teams like that go bust. They pay millions every season in tax. MTG said this game will be 0-0. Sorry to the neutrals, Big. I hope not. We need goals. I think there'll be a couple of goals. Marshall said, see you, Nick. Big up Curtis on vacation in Portugal, listening and watching the game with a beer. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong there, can you? Beer, holiday, watch along, happy days. Enjoy your holiday, man. Big up yourself. Nathan said, what do you think is your most iconic stream or video? I don't. Oh. Yeah, I'm not even sure, you know. Yeah, people saying dot along. Some people saying, oh, Benzema shoots over. Dot along, you got Copa America. Maybe the Villarreal semi-final defeat. I don't know. You know what? That's a question that probably down to the community rather than me. I'm not sure. Yeah, the Forest game wasn't great, to be honest. Definitely not worth doing a watch-along to it. Sammy said the buen dia. Abby said the dot along, the whisper along. Yeah, that's a whole debate in itself. Edu interview, that was a good one, to be fair. That was a good one. Buen dia stream, stop the cross. Oh, yeah, Man City. The Jeff interview for sure. Yeah, man. Some good ones. Some good ones. He's bringing on Kolasinac. That was Forest, wasn't it? Lacazette, shameless. That was a good one. Tom says, big up, Big C. Big up, bro. Big up. Oh, when I got scammed by Wimbledon. Joined thinking I was watching the game. They just had radio commentary. Copper final was elite. Yeah, the Whisper Along was good, man. Whisper Along was very good, man. There have been some good ones. I might do a shorts channel. I might actually bring one. And just start putting out clips, daily clips. Big up BFD Finest. Do you read the comments from Twitch? Yeah, man, I read them. I do read them. Keep getting them in. 1,000 people on YouTube. Big up. Great numbers. Amazon documentary. I'm going to do watch-alongs for that, actually, people. Definitely going to do watch-alongs for that. Lifetime membership for... He's took Aubameyang off. Yeah, that was Emery, wasn't it? I see Arteta... no, in fact, it was Arteta against Emery. Alex said, I see Arteta fans slating Henry for having high standards. I used to think they were trolls, embarrassing. Arteta can't attract green flag. Listen, one thing for me, I ain't about to start dissing Thierry Henry. That is for damn sure. I think all he said was that he felt the treatment of Saliba was wrong, which I think a lot of people would agree with that. And I'm seeing man on social media dissing Thierry Henry as if it's some sort of slander on Arteta. You know, it's crazy, and it is crazy. The stream where you slander CR7 and he scored, that was a good one. That was a good one. The Family Podcast said, being nominated for a podcast award in June, Big C. Any tips for a speech? You know me, I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even a speech man too much. You know, I just kind of freestyle off the top of the head. So I always think if you can make people laugh a little bit, it lightens the pressure on you a little bit. But yeah, hey, good luck, man. Big up. I appreciate the support as well, man. Let me know if you win. I hope you guys win, man. Almost locking the stream off when Benzi did the Panenka. Yeah, that was mad. This game hasn't been great so far. Intriguing, though. But I think we need the first goal. Kelvin said, unpopular opinion. I hear a lot of people saying Arsenal would be doing better if we had a better manager. Look at Chelsea, only a couple of points ahead. I think it's difficult for this season. Do you know what? Thomas Tuchel, if we're honest, shot there by De Bruyne was safe. Tuchel hasn't done that much in the Prem, really. The Champions League gave him a massive amount of credit in the bank. Obviously, he won the best competition in the world at club football. Because people are now saying, is his job on the line and that? I'm like, come on. But if you look at it, on one hand, you've got to give Arteta a lot of credit for what's happening this season. But I think if we had a better striker, we could be 7-8 points better off. And that would put us above Chelsea, you know. And we could have bought a striker in January. So I think Arteta's doing well. I think he's doing well this season. But as I always say, he's got to finish the job. We'll be flying out to Orlando tour in July, hopefully. You know what's crazy? They've extended the tour. I didn't really talk about it much today, but they're going to Baltimore now to play against Everton, I think 4 days before. So the tour was only meant to be 6 days. It's now 10 days, which obviously makes it a little bit more expensive and time-consuming. You're going to have to fly to Baltimore and then go again. So we'll have to see. Hopefully, though, it'd be great to get out there, man, because I know they cancelled it last year. Did you see Crucial Robbie's return? I heard he's back. I haven't seen any of his content yet since he returned. E. Ross said he's only 10 minutes from Baltimore. Big up, man. Big up. Arsenal on tour, man. Sure, on tour in the summer. We're moving. Garbo, thank you for the super chats. An unpopular opinion. Tuchel is a good cup manager. Similar to Emery, but he's not a top manager. It's an interesting one, that, because I believe there are managers that are much better in cup competitions. You know, Rafa Benitez was often, you know, he won the Champions League with Liverpool, wasn't able to win them a title. I think Tuchel is a very good manager. But if you look at his, I suppose it's difficult because when you're at Dortmund, you don't often finish above Bayern. So that's a difficult one. But then obviously if you win the league at PSG, doesn't mean much. And then at Chelsea, he struggled. You got to be honest, man. Chelsea was supposed to be in a title race. You know, they just won the Champions League. They bought Lukaku 100 million. They haven't performed. I know he had a lot to deal with this season, but they weren't going to win the league anyway. Let's be real. Big up my brother Fran in the chat. Yo. Said Walker giving Vinicius a head start and catching him. They say 30 is old in football. Bro, I'm telling you, man, I might be back for pre-season. Surely I can nick a move, conference or something. I'm joking, by the way. I'm done with pre-seasons. The days of walking onto an open field and looking for the footballs and you can't see no footballs and you just see cones everywhere and the manager's got a stopwatch. I'm not built for that no more. I've done enough of them. But yeah, Kyle Walker's recovery pace is insane, bro. And this is what I said. Vinicius was cooking. Oh, Benzi could be in. Oh, good defending. Here is Vinicius. Oh, volleys it over. Half a chance. Fernandinho last week was light work for him, but Walker's different, man. That guy's absolutely rapid. Big up, Fran. Hope you're well, bro. Let's see what he says here. Ben's come on. I thought he could have done better there. High foot possibly as well. Bernardo's playing deep line centre mid right now. He's capable of it. This is the thing with this Man City midfield. They can all just move around and rotate. I'm going to be honest, right? He says prime Benzi or prime Luis Suarez. Listen, I love Benzema, but prime Suarez is different. I can't even lie. And that hurts me to say that. Number one, because I love Benzi. And number two, I don't like Luis Suarez, like, because of how he's been on a personal level, the things he's done. But prime Suarez is a different breed. He's a different breed. I'm not even going to lie. That prime Suarez at Liverpool that went to Barca, he was on another planet. I got to be honest. He was on another planet. And, you know, and that ain't no joke. Benzema is one of my favourites. But prime Suarez is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Haaland or Mbappe, you know me. You know me. I'm Mbappe FC, man. I want to see Haaland come to the Prem and light it up and go Champions League and do a madness. Then I'll give him... Do it. Mashing up the German league ain't enough for me. You know, Sancho was tearing that league apart. Come to the Prem, struggled. Timo Werner tearing that league apart. Came here and struggled. Some players have done well there and gone on. Look at Aubameyang. He ripped it up. He's done well. Lewandowski's a beast. But I'm just slightly Mbappe ahead of Haaland at the moment. Foden whips it in. Great ball. Cleared away. Prime Suarez was a sneaky guy. Yeah, like I said, man, I didn't like his... Oh, shot by Bernardo, saved at the near post, Courtois. I didn't like him on a personal level. No chance. But in terms of footballing ability, I can't cap. The guy is ridiculous. Suarez won 2 golden boots during the Messi and Ronaldo era. Yeah, he took it to next levels, I can't lie. Fran said Suarez was different gravy. Yeah, he was an animal in more ways than one. He'll bite you literally and then probably nutmeg you and put it in the top corner. If Liverpool beat the Spuds on Saturday, do you think we have 4th in the bag? I still wouldn't say we've got it in the bag. Corner here to Man City. De Bruyne flicked on. Comes out to Cancelo. To the back post. Oh, Morris should have collected that. Goal kick. Why did he let the ball run out? No, I don't think it's in the bag because if they lose and we win, we're 5 clear. But obviously, we got the North London derby. Now, if they beat us, they would be 2 points behind us with 2 games to go. I think if we beat Leeds, draw or beat Tottenham, and they lose to Liverpool, I would say then that 4th is in the bag. But I still think, you know, we haven't got a good record at Tottenham. I don't think we beat them at their ground for like 6-7 years in the league anyway. So I still think we need to get 4 points from the next 2 games, and Liverpool need to beat Spurs. Then we can start, you know, planning trips to Madrid and Barcelona. City on the break. De Bruyne overhits the pass slightly to Kyle Walker. He overhits his cross, goes out for a throw-in. Suarez with that 99 aggression and 99 finishing. Yeah, horrible guy. Stop liking Suarez after 2010 World Cup. Listen, I think everyone's the same. I don't think many people, apart from Liverpool fans when he was at Liverpool, or Barca when he was at Barca, or Uruguay fans, I don't think anybody liked Luis Suarez on a personal level. But you can't deny the guy's talent. It's as simple as that. You can't deny it. Van Persie or Aubameyang? I got to go RVP. I think RVP was magic. And you know me, I'm a big Aubameyang fan. Aubameyang is a bagsman, a goal scorer, a poacher, you know. But Robin Van Persie had magic. I seen him do things where I was like, nah, I can't believe it. First time volleys from 25 yards out. Free kicks in the top corner. The left foot was just mad. I wouldn't even say it's a debate. The only thing that I give Aubameyang credit for, he was good for 2.5 years. Van Persie, we got probably 18 months of him at his very best. Aye, Bernardo sends Militao to the shops. Back post. There's a chance. Oh, just wide. Chance for Gabriel Jesus. I think he should have hit the target there. King Mustafa said, Mufasa said RVP all day. Yeah, it's RVP all day, man. RVP, man. He was a joke. Prime Henry or Benzema. Ah, bro, come on. That's not... Listen, man, I love Benzi, but relax, man. If you're going to compare Henry, you better start talking about R9 Ronaldo and them kind of people. You know, he's levels. And I love Benzi, but Henry, you're talking a whole other level. RVP broke my heart going to United. Do you know what? Yeah, do you know what? That transfer is probably the most painful transfer I've ever experienced at Arsenal. I got to be honest, because... after Henry, I was like, we're never going to find a striker that can lead us. And Van Persie at times played wide and that. And when we got him to that level, I was like, yo, this guy's unbelievable. We've waited so long. And then the man went to Manchester United. I remember I was with my Man United friend at the time. And I remember checking my phone like, yo, Van Persie's gone to Man U. I couldn't believe it. Then the man went there, won the Golden Boot and won the title. I mean, you just couldn't write that. That's like a horror film, innit? Yeah, I agree. That is when I started to lose faith in Wenger, because I just said to myself, no big club sells their best player to their biggest rival. That's when it all started going downhill for me. And it all became about money rather than winning trophies. John Z said, this channel's subs to views numbers are amazing. Listen, I say this all the time. This channel... massively outperforms itself from the engagement on the channel is unbelievable. This is why I say goated community. We're performing above channels that have got way more subscribers that have been around for years longer. The interaction's unbelievable. I have to big all of you up. One Love said RVP the Snake. Listen, I always say in football, there's no loyalty in football. This is what people have to understand. As fans, sometimes we find that difficult because we're emotionally attached to the club. Van Persie doesn't support Arsenal. He just got to look after his career. Football careers are short. You know, he's sitting at Arsenal thinking, they're not winning. They're finishing fourth every year. I can go United with Ferguson and they've got prime Rooney. I don't even blame him. I don't even blame him. I got to be honest. Same way everyone was calling Fabregas a snake. I don't blame him. Fabregas went to Chelsea. That was Arsene Wenger's fault. Arsene Wenger put a buyback clause in his deal and then didn't take it. So how can you blame Fabregas? Barca said you're leaving. We had the buyback clause. Wenger said, no, I've got Ramsey and Ozil. I don't want him. He's obviously got to go somewhere else. So, yeah, I think... And Van Persie was very honest as well. You know, he told us, I went in the room, they started talking about money. This is how much money we made. He said, I'm a footballer, I'm ambitious. I want to know you signing. I want to know what trophies you're targeting. I don't want to know how much money you're making. So I only blame Arsenal. I only blame them for that. Jay Angelo said, RVP won a title while we weren't ambitious. 100%. Ram Kumar said, Big C, do YouTubers hired someone to help market their channels? I know some of the bigger channels have help and additional staff and things like that. I'm sure they get help with it. Still love Fabregas. Listen, Fab's generational. It's his birthday today, someone just said. Yeah, happy birthday. I think he's 35 today. What a player. One of the best centre midfielders I've ever seen for Arsenal. I've got to be honest. How many 16-year-olds could play in the Prem for Arsenal? You just don't see that. Free kick to to Real Madrid. Tony Cruz deflection just wide. That's a corner. Yeah, Fabregas for me, I would say the best ball playing centre mid that we've had, closely followed by probably Santi Cazorla. Vieira was the total package. Obviously, he's the best, and then you got your Gilbertos and your Emmanuel Petit as well. But Fab on the ball was just next level. Fab with the mullet, yeah, it was mad. It was mad. Fab didn't leave Arsenal to Chelsea. He was at Barca. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. If you're a Barca boy, every Arsenal fan knew one day he's going to want to go home. No one could be angry. Barca were the best team in the world. But why did Wenger not buy him back? I never understood that to this day. Corner to Madrid. Tony Cruz whips it in. Kyle Walker heads it away. He's down. I think they've clashed heads there. I think he headed the back of someone's head. He's down on the floor, head injury. J-Man said, absolutely loved watching Fab play. My goodness, what a baller. I remember the first time I saw him play, I was thinking, what's all the fuss about this guy, man? Little 16-year-old with a baggy Arsenal shirt on. He was only kind of small, wasn't he? And I remember he used to just come to the edge of the penalty area and get the ball. He could get out of any situation. I'd never seen anything like it. I said, this guy can get the ball anywhere. And he knows what's around him. He can pick out a pass. He can run. He can shoot. He was unreal. Abjeet said Fabregas better than Thiago. I know they had this massive debate, didn't they? For me, Fab's better than Thiago, man. Fab's generational. Thiago's a baller, but Fab's impact has been far bigger than Thiago for me. When you hear Fabregas is 35, that's when you know you're getting old. I hear you. I remember him, man. 16-year-old in the team. Coming through, you know what I mean, at Highbury in the burgundy kit. Man, things have gone quick, man. Big up, Craig. Hope you're well. He said, yes, Curtis, how's it going, bro? I'm good, man. Hope you're well. Fab is clear, 100%. Big up, Nathan. Appreciate the super chat, bro. He said, Ramsey is more of a snake than most of our ex-players, to be honest. He cried crocodile tears at the Brighton game when he never wanted to be at Arsenal anyway. Bet he was gutted with that 400 grand a week at Juve. I mean... I look at it like this, man. At least Fab consistently performed. We got years of great service out of Fab, and he went to Barcelona. You can't be mad at that. You know, they say Ramsey was using us, lying to us about contracts. He played us to get this massive contract out of Juve. Man, and, you know, and I get you on that. I think you've got more of a right to be angry with that. Listen, let me say something. If Juventus offer you 400 grand a week, go and do your thing. You can't be mad at the game. 400 grand for Aaron Ramsey. The game is the game, people. The game is the game. And money talks, man. I'm telling you. It really does in football. But in terms of the player, you know, he was nowhere near Fabregas level. Big up Nathan, man. Fab wanted to come back. He done the interview. He said when he was leaving Barcelona, he was packing his bags to say, I'm going back to Arsenal. And Arsene Wenger said, no, I don't want you back. Now, I heard a rumour, and I heard this a long time ago. The year before Fabregas went to Chelsea, if people remember back that year, David Moyes was the Man United manager. Man United had 3 bids turned down for Fabregas that summer. And the year later, he went to Chelsea. Now, the rumour I heard was that Fabregas told Man United he was willing to go to them. Wenger heard about it, and Wenger was like, what? Like, you know, we had such a big rivalry with United. So if you wanted to go there, I'm not willing to take you back. That's something that I heard. On pretty good authority, by the way. But whether that's true or not, I don't know. But it is what it is, innit, with Fab. Fab was unreal. How did we not win with more players like that? Every time we build something at Arsenal, we're always missing something. So we had creative players all over the place, you know, Haleb, Rosicki. Oh, Carvalho just nutmeg Cancelo. Modric whips it in, cleared away by Diaz. Yeah, we had all them creative players, Haleb, Rosicki, Cazorla, Ozil, Fabregas, but then we had no ball winner. You know, we needed a Gilberto or a Thomas Partey, someone like that. And we just didn't have it. And then now, even now, you look, we need the striker. When we had prime Aubameyang, we didn't have the midfield. When we had prime Alexis, we didn't have the striker, Giroud. There was always something missing in our team, which was really frustrating. K. Merv Jr. said, speaking of the buyback clause with Fabregas, do you think Ozil and Fabregas could have played together? I think they could have. Because Ozil was a 10, and I think, you know, Fab could play in the midfield pivot in the 2. And you get a beast next to him as well. Oh, it's a terrible tackle by Casemiro on Foden. That's got to be a yellow card once that goes out. Nasri was a snake. Nasri, man, that was another player I really liked at Arsenal. I know a lot of fans didn't like him. Ball goes out. That's surely got to be a yellow card. I think Casemiro's actually injured himself by fouling Foden there. What's he done? I don't know what he does. I think he gets a kick on the knee as he fouls him anyway. Yeah, Nasri was a baller, I can't lie. NR11, Curtis, yourself and other content creators help the club grow with your content while the club distancing themselves from you guys instead of working. Arsenal is a very different club, you know. A lot of clubs, I know a couple content creators who work with Liverpool, and they say Liverpool let them come and film in the stadium. Some clubs' mentality is, right, work with the big channels so we can kind of control what happens and guide them in the right direction. Where Arsenal just kind of say, yo, you lot stay away from us. We do our thing in-house. All you content creators stay away. Which is a bit of an old school mentality. I think you've got to embrace that YouTube, that Twitch, that content creators is a part of the media now. You know, I don't even watch TV that much, to be honest. But, yeah, that's Arsenal's philosophy, unfortunately. Casemiro looks like he's coming off injured. Looks like he's cut his knee, fouling a player. And Camavinga's getting ready to come on, I think. Nasri could have been better than Hazard. Maybe he had that early promise. He looked like he was going to be a top player. Paul Russ said, have you seen the big 6 top centre mids of the Prem era? Who did they have? They had Yaya 5th, Vieira 4th, Gerrard 3rd, Roy Keane 2nd, Scholes 1st. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I like Roy Keane. He was, you know, he was a good captain and leader, but nah, not for me. I'd put every one of them players above Roy Keane. All of them. My order would be very different to that. I can't lie. No way would Roy Keane be second. Great leader and captain, but I'm not putting him second. Lampard probably should be in there as well. Official Jazz said, Big C, how's the little man Cruz? Big up catching the game on your street. Hey, he's good, man. He's good. He's doing well. Pushing at his football. G-Dog said, Curtis, I get my Arsenal news from the likes of you, not the rubbish in the so-called news media companies. Because the thing is now, some of these media companies that, they're not going to give you an opinion. They're not going to, do you know what I mean? You're not going to get to know much more. You'll find out most of your breaking news on social media than Sky and stuff like that. Benzema, I think he got winded there. Kicked the ball. Yeah, he looks like I think he got winded. Arsenal don't even embrace the old legends, said Reactions. How many times has Sir Alex been to watch Man U? How many times has Wenger watched us? Wenger hasn't been back. I think he said at the start it was too painful for him to come back. But listen, I think it would be good to get Wenger back, get him in. But like you said, do Arsenal do enough to bridge that gap? Apologies, we're not even talking about the game much. The game is a little bit boring. I expected goals. We haven't had goals yet. So we're a bit off topic. When was the first time you met Claude? I think I met him. My first interview on AFTV was, I think, 2015, Crystal Palace away. After that, I didn't do another interview for about 4 years because I wasn't going to games on a regular. I think I met him in 2015 at that game. Massive character. I got to be honest, before going on there, he was always one of my favourite interviews to watch because he just said it how it is. And I thought he was a funny guy, top guy, man. And obviously very, very sad what happened. But yeah, great character, that is for sure. Sports Genius said, Big C, did you see what happened? That guy tackled. Do you know what? I haven't even seen that. I saw it on Twitter saying that somebody attacked Dave Chappelle at his show. Mahrez, Foden, it's blocked. Yeah, I didn't even see it. What happened? Did somebody rugby tackle Dave Chappelle at his show? I actually haven't seen it on social media, but I saw it was trending, so I knew something had gone a bit crazy. Have you ever met Wenger? I only saw Wenger in a car, and he just as he was waving by, I just said hello, and he just waved. Vinicius Jr. over the top. Pacer Walker. Yeah, I never actually spoke to him really, and got to speak. They broke the guy up after. R.I.P. to the man Claude, 100%. The guy that raw. Is that what happened? Do you know what are the clips on socials? I haven't seen it. Chris said, I have a feeling I remember Claude in the clock end at Highbury in the early 80s. I know he's been watching, he was watching, I think he said 30 years, 40 years. Claude was cast aside. I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? Everyone's got an opinion on how things should be handled. Ever thought of doing a charity show? I would like to do one. I know a lot of people were doing these 24-hour streams. I may do something like that in the future for the right cause, definitely. I think it's always important to give back, man, definitely. Chris Rock said on stage, I thought it was Will Smith. It's all mad. I need to go and watch that. Quezzy said the man's arm was bent up after they dealt with him. Chris Rock said it was Will Smith. I need to check that. What happened to Bully? Yeah, do you know what? I haven't seen him for years. I don't think I ever met him, to be honest. Here comes City, Gabriel Jesus. Can we get a goal, man? 7 minutes till half time. Couple step overs. Jesus finds De Bruyne. Could have hit that if he'd have turned. Bernardo Silva hits the byline. Cross is deflected. Mendy heads it in the air. They keep the ball. Cancelo. De Bruyne 25 yards out. Ball out wide. Cancelo. Bernardo. It's a corner. Moving the ball well. Gunnar said him and his son met RVP, Sanya, Cliche and Wenger. Hey, happy days, man. Good players to meet there. I know you could often meet them as they were coming out the ground. And even now you can, to be honest. 24-hour stream. Who says no? Why not, man? We may do something in the summer. If we can. Do a charity stream or something. Who said that game will be a boring 0-0? Yeah, reveal yourselves, man. You've cast a spell on the game. Ball whipped in, back post, headed away. Madrid clear it. Luka Modric gives it away. Not something you say often. And Ederson smashes it back upfield. This game is putting me to sleep. I thought we'd have another classic. Foden shoots. Oh, good save by Courtois. Great strike with his right foot there, but the keeper saves it. Second half will be more attacking. The thing is, Madrid have to attack. They can't play like this for the whole game. Or was it UMTG? Oh, man, he said as well, didn't he? 0-0. I just couldn't see it. Here's Vinicius. Kyle Walker, honestly, he could be the quickest fullback. He's absolute lightning, that guy. Vinicius is like, he looked like he was a yard ahead of him. Crunching tackle as well. That guy's rapid, man. Kyle Walker's ball recovery is unbelievable. I'm trying to keep you entertained, man. Seriously, man. This is a bad one. Corner to Real Madrid. In swinger. Toni Kroos. Can they get a goal here, Madrid, and liven the game up a little bit? Kroos whips it in. Headed away by Laporte. Great defending. Shot by Valverde. City can break. They got numbers. I think he's picked the wrong pass there. Can De Bruyne outpace Luka Modric? Hey, Luka Modric, you know, man's about 37. He's still doing well. Man said, I know Walker is in your team on FIFA. You know what? We've actually got Trent, but it's like a, rule breakers Trent, so he's rapid. I am a FIFA pace merchant, though. I can't lie. What's your thoughts on Chelsea situation and politics being involved? Listen, when it involves major football companies, and like I said, money's involved, governments will get involved because they're never going to let Chelsea go out of business because, like I said, Chelsea pay millions in tax. So I'm not surprised Boris and them lot are panicking, saying, yo, let's get Chelsea sorted out, man. They need that money, man. Time for the Benzema tweet. Yeah, I might have to throw something out. Say he's washed up or something so he scores. Has Klopp overtaken Wenger in the managerial ladder? Do you know what? I would say hasn't yet. If he wins a quadruple, he overtakes most of them. I still think Wenger, even though he failed towards the end, I would still give Wenger just over Jurgen Klopp. I know Klopp's won a Champions League, but I think Wenger changed English football. He discovered Henry's and players like, I know Henry was established, but he put him up front, turned him into the world's best. But I do think Klopp can overtake him. If he stays at Liverpool for another few years, Benzema, puts it wide. I think he was offside anyway. He looked off. Yeah, he was off. Listen, he's far better in the Champions League. There's a fact. Arsene Wenger in Europe was not that guy. He just wasn't. And we can never hide away from that fact. That's why Ferguson was better than him. But I think Klopp's still a little bit behind him. I think if Klopp wins another Champions League, maybe another 1 or 2 titles, or if he wins the quad, yeah, you've got to say he's overtaken him. I think he probably will overtake him by the time he leaves Liverpool. If he's at Liverpool for another 4 years, he'll probably win 7, 8 more trophies the way Liverpool look at the moment. Keane said Pep will overtake Sir Alex if he stays for that long. Maybe. Got to win the Champions League. Can't spend that much money and not win a Champions League. That is for sure. Wenger was a pioneer. There is no Klopp without Wenger. I hear you. But evolution and all of that, has he taken it to that next level? I think Klopp's got to go and win 2 or 3 titles, couple of Champions Leagues, couple of FA Cups, and then we'll have that conversation. But he's on the road to becoming bigger, I think. Prime Wenger or Jose? Listen, this is what I got to say with that. One of them, you've got to go Jose. Even though Jose's football probably isn't as good as Wenger's and beautiful to watch, football's about winning. And this guy won trebles at Inter. He broke the goal record, I believe, at Real Madrid. You got to go Jose. Football's about success. This guy transforms clubs. Prime Jose was transforming clubs. And so, yeah, unfortunately. Sean said, Curtis, coming to Florida for Arsenal, hopefully, hoping to get it sorted. I see the tickets are available now for the games, so going to get that sorted. Yeah, Jose, man, listen, he was ridiculous in Europe and in the league. Wenger needed that Champions League. That was what he was desperate for, to stamp his authority. You know, we desperately needed that. City win the ball back. Casemiro diving. The game is just not happening. City giving the ball away cheap. Klopp is more efficient, but Wenger is better on the eye. I wish Wenger left Arsenal for Real and won more. I think he needed a change, didn't he, you know? I think Arsenal needed the change. Chance for Madrid. Is Modric. City just getting numbers back straight away. It's a very defensive performance, this. Very boring as well. Ball whipped in, flicked on. It's an absolute snore fest, this game. Honestly, I didn't expect to see a game like this. I thought we'd have goals galore. Whoever took over at Chelsea in 2004 was going to win the league. That squad was a FIFA dream squad. Listen, you've still got to build it. You can have all the tools. You've still got to put it together. We've seen people with big money. Look how much money Man United have spent. You know, they've spent a fortune. It doesn't necessarily work. He put it all together in the right way. His personality was ideal as well for it, Jose. So you've still got to give him his credit. The team's getting their defensive players back has mashed up the game. It's a strange one because City will be thinking that they can keep a clean sheet, which will get them through. And Madrid might be thinking, let's not be too expansive and hit them on the counter-attack. So they're playing chess at the moment, you know. It's an intriguing game. Intriguing but boring, let's be real. Wenger took an average club and... See, this is where I disagree straight away, Chris. This is where I disagree. We weren't no average club when Wenger took over. We'd had a little down spell because obviously we changed manager for a reason. But George Graham was winning titles. We weren't no mugs when he took over. You know, he inherited that back four as well. We just needed a bit of magic going forward. So I wouldn't say we were an average club. He took us to a next level with the biggest stadium, with getting big players from Europe, but we certainly weren't no small club that he took over. We'd won titles. I want Chelsea to go back to save the bridge days. I think they'll be all right. A big billionaire will buy him. He won't be the same as Abramovich, but I think they'll be all right, Chelsea, you know. Half-time whistle goes, people. It's been an absolute snorefest. Oh, in fact, apologies, a corner. It's a corner. 40 blew for half-time. Ball whipped in, Foden. Now it is half-time. Jeez. I'm telling you, anybody that struggles to get to sleep, I used to say this about Arsenal games at the start of the season. You watch that 45 minutes, that is an absolute snorefest of a game. It really is. Nathan said, if we're being real, Wenger is a huge part of the reason why our fans have a loser's mentality. First 10 years Wenger and second 10 years Wenger are the total opposite. And that's the problem. First 10 years was, I'm a winner. I'm going to play great football. I'm going to win trophies. I'm here to win. The second 10 years was, I want us to make money. I want us to be an elite business. I don't want to buy players for massive money. I don't want to do what Chelsea are doing. He didn't move with the times. They say evolve or be extinct, and that's what happened to Arsene Wenger. It's like a dinosaur. You didn't evolve, so they made you extinct. It's the same reason Arsene Wenger isn't managing anymore, because the game has moved on and he didn't move. Why was Sir Alex Ferguson the best manager in English football? He changed. He evolved. He realised that money, I need to go and change my team. Even if you win, you have to keep moving. Wenger was so against the Chelsea thing of spending big that we got left behind and we slipped and we slipped and we slipped. We ended up going from title winners or challengers to fourth. Then we ended up in Europa. And by the time he left, he'd done probably 4 or 5 years of damage that didn't need to happen. This guy, I mean, they say to this day that Pep Guardiola was going to take the Arsenal job. Apparently, he'd agreed to take the job and Wenger signed a new contract. And Pep went, I think, when he went to Bayern Munich. And then he ended up going to City. Pep's, you know, along with Klopp, probably the best manager in the world. So Wenger, His mentality, he got too involved in everything. He was negotiating the contracts. You know, you're not supposed to do that. That's not how big football clubs operate. You get your sporting director, you go and deal with your contract with him. I just deal with the football. Wenger was trying to do everything, and that was the problem. And I loved Wenger. I really did. It was sad the way he left. When they protested against him at the Emirates, I refused to get involved. I didn't think that was the right way for him to go, being, you know, kind of hounded out of the club. I think the empty seats got him out, to be honest. But, yeah, Wenger built it and then kind of damaged it before he left. And then we've had to kind of try and rebuild it. And we're not there yet. Big up Eve said, can you give me a shout out, please? Big up, man. Kai LFC, Curtis, who's the best young talent in the world? It depends what we class as young. Is Mbappe still young enough to be classed as young? It depends. I'm saying Mbappe, but because he's been around for a few years now, people might not class him as young. He's 23. I love Mbappe. Haaland's a baller. You got to give it him. I think that Pedri at Barca is a serious baller as well. Camavinga looks good. I think Bellingham's a top player. I got to go Mbappe, but you might not class him as young. I like Pedri. Pedri and Bellingham for me. Because I think centre midfielders had gone quite flat. You look at like your Pogba, Kante, De Bruyne, Modric. There was a big gap there where I feel like we didn't really have any top midfielders coming through. I think Pedri's going to be a superstar at Barcelona. And I think Bellingham, when he comes back to the Prem probably, as long as he picks the right club, I think he'll become a top player. Yasin said, Cruz Shaw is the best talent in the world, right? Hey, God willing, man, hopefully, get him in an Arsenal shirt. He'll do more than Laka, that's for sure. Saka is clear of Bellingham, said Damian. I think Bellingham's serious. I can't lie. I think Bellingham should start for England in the World Cup. Yeah, of course. Listen, do you know what? Of course, Foden, but I was thinking outside of the Prem. Because I always talk about Foden. Foden's ridiculous. And I always say any young player that makes it in a Pep Guardiola team, you're going to be a superstar. Because he doesn't bring them through too often. I think Foden, Saka. But yeah, I'm looking at Bellingham, Pedri, Camavinga when he gets in that team. And I said Saka is better than Foden. I don't know. Oh, yeah, the timer's still on. Apologies. Let me turn that off. I think Foden is technically better than Saka. But I think Saka's... How can I explain this in the right... I think Saka's doing more than Foden in a crazy way. Because, like I always said, Foden doesn't need to turn up every week. Foden can have 3 bad games. We won't talk about it. Do you know, we won't talk about it because... City will still win them 3 games because De Bruyne will win the game. Jesus will win the game. Sterling. There's so much quality. If Saka has 2 or 3 bad games for Arsenal, it's a crisis. I think Foden is ahead of Saka. I'm going to be honest. But Saka has way more responsibility on his shoulders. So in that sense, you got to give it him. That's a good point, Trent. How old is Trent? I actually don't know how old Trent is. I think he's 23 as well, right? Trent Alexander-Arnold is... Yeah, 23 as well. I mean, it depends. I think when people say young, they're talking probably 19, 20. But Trent, you know me, man. Trent for me is world class. Someone just said there, Trent or Reece James. Trent for me. I think he's outstanding. I think he's honestly one of the best right-backs we've seen in years. And I know people say, Trent, defensive. He's not unbelievable defensively. But let me tell you, Dani Alves wasn't unbelievable defensively either. And he's a generational right-back. The game's changed. Fullbacks are attacking players now. As long as you're a steady defender, they want to see what you can do going forward. Like someone just said, Trent's in his 3rd Champions League final at the age of 23. It's ridiculous. Wenger had huge blind spots. Edwin van der Sar could have signed him. Didn't get it done, Troy. Great point. Messed around with average goalkeepers for years. Fabianski, Szczesny, old Peter Cech. You know, could have signed Van der Sar, didn't get him, went to United. Look how well he did. Trent by far. Trent and Reece are different. They are. I mean, listen, Reece, I think, is a solid defender. Maybe a bit more physical defensively. And people say, like, I think Omar just said there, can Trent defend? Listen, let me tell you something. You can't play for Liverpool if you can't defend. You can say, is he an elite defender? But you can't just say that the man can't defend. I think there's a myth when people say Trent can't defend. He doesn't get done that much. He does get done sometimes, of course. Most fullbacks do. But going forward, he's outrageous. He's putting up midfielders' numbers from right back. And that's what the game is about now. Everyone wants attacking fullbacks, you know. Big C, you forgot. Hey, listen, we don't swear on here, mate. Almunia is a swear word, right? Paul said in 2 weeks' time, I'm buying the waffles for Big C to eat them on stream while screaming top 4. I've always rated him. Listen, we'll call the show Shameless FC, mate. Humble pie settings. Arteta will be on the green screen. I will give him a stream of celebration if and hopefully when we get top 4. The humble pie will be there. Waffles are long settings, people. I might eat waffles on stream. Celebrating the top 4. Fran said, Fernandinho might be coming on if it's for Walker, Madrid going through. Listen, man, they can't bring him on for Walker because Vinicius going to body him. I'm just looking now. Yeah, they haven't even got a right-sided player there either. Ake, Zinchenko both play on the left. Yeah, do you know what they should do? They'll have to move Cancelo to right back, put Zinchenko at left back, so they might get away with it. They might get away with it, to be fair. Listen, one thing with me, I say it all the time, people. I'm more than willing to eat humble pie. Like I said before, Ramsdale, when we signed him, I said I didn't want him. Didn't rate him. He's been good. Even though I think he's believing his hype a little bit too much. But he's had a great season overall for what for the amount of pressure he had on him. Arteta gets top 4, he'll get praise because that is a big achievement considering when you look at the team we've got and the lack of striker and stuff like that. Watch alongs this weekend. Yeah, we're doing Liverpool-Tottenham Saturday night, 7:45. That's a massive game, obviously, for Arsenal. So we'll all be Liverpool fans for that one. And then Arsenal on Sunday, Arsenal Leeds. Nothing after that. So, yeah, 2 games. One Saturday and one Sunday. Big up Eve who said it's my birthday. Happy birthday. Bless up to you. Chuameni from... I was calling him Tukameni, but I believe it's Chuameni. Do you know what? I was supposed to talk about him today, but because Kev came on at the last minute, I didn't speak about him. So I'll get into that story tomorrow. Andy said, Big C, you keep looking at the stats for players. It's not a clear reflection without the eye test. Pogba has 9 assists. He's in the top 4 for assists, but he's had a bad... Listen, eye test is always number 1. But we've watched Trent. We know Trent's a baller. If Pogba's got 9 assists, we all know that Pogba hasn't had a good season. He hasn't performed. So it's the balance of the eye test and the stats. But we know that Trent is an absolute baller. You know, if I would, his delivery is ridiculous. His delivery is ridiculous. It really is. Yeah, people, make sure you go and subscribe to Fran. We're definitely going to have to get a show done. And I know he's been chilling a little bit. But yeah, man, make sure you go and subscribe. Go and check out his crypto channel as well. Important to get, I'll be honest, this is something that I was ignoring for a long time. And you realise you got to move with the time. So it's important to get that information. So check out his crypto channel as well, people. Big up, Fran. Brandon said, big up Big C, been a while since I caught a stream. Big up the C unit. I always drop a like on your vids. And Fran, you guys talk straight up sense. Big up, bro. DKR said, Curtis, as a father, how would you go about parenting your son if he started to show signs of being a football prodigy? It would be a very tough task, in my opinion. Wanted to get your thoughts on it. I mean, listen, you got to just support him, help him develop. I always say don't make football too serious for your kid. You want him to enjoy it. You want it to be, you finish school, I want to go and play football. I don't want it to be like, football and serious and, I just want it to be, this is an enjoyment. Listen, you're lucky if you get a young football prodigy, aren't you, at the end of the day? So, yeah, man, if he gets to that stage, then so be it. But enjoyment and development. Keep developing your game, keep practicing, but enjoy it. I've seen so many, as I was growing up, so many players who stopped, because it got too serious. It was frustrating. They stopped enjoying it. And it happens, The guy, when I was about 15, 16, there was a guy from Nottingham called Stefan. And he was the best player in my whole city at his age group. And he got released because he got injured. And he just stopped playing. He said, I've had enough. I got injured. I got rejected. I got released. I'm done. Because the rejection hit him hard. And then that's it. So you've got to enjoy. Enjoy, and develop and learn. That's all I would say. Yeah, big up, bro. Big up family podcast. Connor said, Big C, props for setting a good example. A healthy mind thrives on a steady diet of humble. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, listen. You can't be wrong and strong, people. I'm sure you've heard that saying before. You can't be wrong and strong. If you are wrong, you have to humble yourselves. That's the beauty. I can't keep going, Arteta, but he gets top 4. I can't keep going, Arteta. That's stupid. That's stupid. At the end of the day, I'm an Arsenal fan. I want the best for Arsenal. If Arteta gets top 4, I have to give the guy props. Of course I have to give him props because, as I said the other day, if we sacked him at the start of the season and got a Conte or got someone else and they got top 4, we'd be lauding him. Saying, oh my God, Conte's come in, he's got us 4th. So if Arteta gets us 4th, whether I've rated him or not, I have to give him as props. I have to. And I hope he gets it. I hope he gets top 4. I hope he gets it. And they have to back him and keep going. He's learning on the job, and it's not easy. We all know we've all been in jobs before. I don't quite know what I'm doing here. He's doing it at the top level. And but he's got to get 4th. We're in that position. We can't mess it up. Never heard that saying before. Hey, fair enough. Michael Owen said Van Dijk's the best centre-back ever. Listen, the beauty of football is built on opinions. We can all sit here and say, Michael Owen, you're wrong. But in his mind, he's right. And Van Dijk is a great, great centre-back. I just believe it's very difficult to give a centre-back in this generation that tag of best centre-back ever, because how many top strikers does Van Dijk play against, really? If you think about Rio Ferdinand, that generation, or you were playing against top strikers every week. You go in Champions League, R9, Thierry Henry, Batistuta, Christian Vieri, Hernan Crespo, Shevchenko. You're playing against monsters all the time. How many top strikers are in world football now? 5? 4? I just think you're playing against one striker as well. Back then it was 4-4-2. 2 strikers against 2 centre-backs. Nobody gets let off. Now 2 centre-backs play against 1 striker. So it can be a walk in the park for centre-backs a lot of the time. So listen, for me, Van Dijk is absolutely outrageous. I think he's the best centre-back in the world. Best ever. He's not at that point for me. He's still got a long, long way to go. Oh, my days. I just looked up. Vinicius has missed a tap-in at the back post. Should have scored. Should be 1-0. No, listen, I think Van Dijk is an amazing centre-back, but I'm not putting him as the best ever. He's a lot of people you got to talk about first. I can't believe he missed that. What a ball by Carvajal. Oh, come on, bro. What is that? That is horrible technique. Opened up on his left foot, put it. Well, I'd be disappointed if I missed that, honestly. That is a stinker of a miss. Great ball in by Carvajal, who I don't even rate Carvajal. That's a great cross. VVD would have handled them. He's an elite athlete. Yeah, maybe. But I've seen these R9s and that make great centre-backs look, pretty stupid at times. Tony Adams was a centre-back. Yeah, he was a beast, man. Here's Mendy. Whips it in. Oh, Madrid have started lively this second half. Karashan, what's your ideal transfer window if we get top 4? I want a new right back and left back. Saliba back from the loan. I want 2 centre mids and 2 strikers. Maybe a winger as well. That's what I'd be looking for. The names is a different debate, but I think we need 6, 7 players. Tierney's injured too much. Tavares ain't good enough as backup. Need an attacking right back to go and challenge Tomiyasu. I'd get rid of Cedric. Get Saliba back. That's the defence sorted. 2 centre mids, 2 strikers. Maybe a winger as well. That miss was mad. Show with Fran next week. Great show earlier with Kev. Yeah, man, listen. I'm going to speak to Fran. We've got to get something sorted. Definitely. Yeah, great show with Kev as well. Go and watch that out. Go and watch that later on or tomorrow if you get a chance, people. It was very good. Very entertaining. It was good vibes. We didn't even argue that much for once. But it was good to have him on. He hasn't been on for about, I think, nearly a month. People said he timed it perfectly with Arsenal's good run. So, yeah, big up. And by the way, people, I just realised we're about 80 subscribers away from 44,000. So, if you haven't already, lick down that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video as well. Big up everyone watching on Twitch. And big up everyone on YouTube tuned in. I really appreciate the support. Nathan said, is it just me that don't get the hype with Ben White? I just don't see it. Listen, me and Fran have said the same thing many times. Fran's seen him play close up quite a lot when he was at Peterborough, I believe, and Fran obviously does the radio. I think the funny thing about football, sometimes if you build a good partnership with someone, you can look very good, where individually you might not be that good. I don't think Ben White is a great centre-back. I really don't. I don't think he's a £50 million centre-back. I think if you isolate him as a top striker, you can really do damage to him. But he does look decent in that partnership with Gabriel. I think they have different qualities. Ben White reads the game. He's the ball player. Gabriel's the aggressor. When Tomiyasu and Tierney are in the back four, they look a lot more solid. The interesting thing is we've conceded more goals this season than last season. And we had the likes of Luiz and Bellerin. So there's still a problem. You know, there's still a problem. If I'm William Saliba and I'm coming back to Arsenal, I'm thinking I need to get one of these two dropped. Whether that's Ben White or Gabriel. Obviously, we don't know how Saliba's going to adjust to the Prem. But I think if Saliba adjusts to the Prem properly, he can get one of them two pushed out of the team. But I get you. Individually, I don't think Ben White's nothing special. I really don't. White is tailor-made to play in a back three. Yeah, maybe a back three. It might look great in that. Here's Jesus. Good footwork. Shoots. Good save by Courtois. It was a tight angle. Shibe said White is not a £7 million player, let alone 50. Nah, listen, he's worth... We got done on English and Premier League tax. Let's be real. You know, you could probably buy Ben White from the French league or somewhere for 20 million. But because he's young, because he's English, because he's the ball-playing centre-back, and for some reason, we buy centre-backs that are better on the ball than defending. Football's crazy now. People want ball-playing goalkeepers like Ederson, ball-playing centre-backs. Full-backs can't even defend that well, but they're setting up loads of goals. It's different. So, you know, Ben White for me, I think we paid probably 20 million, 15, 20 more than he was worth. But Saliba's got to come in and prove his point. I'm telling you, Eros, the English tax. Harry Maguire, English tax. Ben White, English tax. What do you think is going to happen with Declan Rice? English tax. Declan Rice, when he leaves West Ham, he's going to cost 80, 90 million pounds. He ain't no 80, 90 million pound player, but because of the English tax. Because in England, when you're good and you're English, they will go crazy and make you worth something that you're not. CP Woodgate, Jack Grealish, 100 million, come on. 100 million for Jack Grealish. Do me a favour. Bernardo Silva costs 40 million. Riyad Mahrez costs 60. Riyad Mahrez levels above Grealish, 60 million. Jack Grealish, 100 million. Why? English tax, nice headband and big calves. Calf merchant. Decent player, but do you know what I mean? It's the English tax. Look at Mahrez twisting man up. Look at the techers. Look at him. He's just had a heavy touch after I was bigging him up. But yeah, Gucci Grealish, man. English tax. Yeah, Moyes apparently saying you're gonna have to break the world record. Or no, I think the world record's 200 million in it. Neymar, I think he said to get Declan Rice, you'll have to make him the second most expensive. Vinicius doing madness. Luka Modric. Oh, great block by Diaz. Oh, Edison drops it. Oh, drops it again. Butterfingers Edison, mate. Keeps dropping it. Yeah, and because, Moyes saying you're going to have to pay 150 million for Declan Rice. Do me a favour, mate. I'd rather go and buy Bellingham. You probably get Bellingham for 80 million from Dortmund. English tax business, man. He didn't even look that great at the weekend. He played all right, but I don't see 90 million, 100 million. Declan sticky rice. Jollof rice settings, man. Rice and peas. Fran said English quota. No, in fact, you have to pay more for English players. Agents push that narrative. Soon as they brought that in, listen, you got to have a certain amount of English players in your squad. Every English player went up 20%. You want to buy my good English player. Okay, he's worth 40, but to you, give me 70 for him. Oh, when you've got money and you're in the Champions League, all right, 80. And that's how it goes, and you get bumped. Because clubs now are going, you know what, we need to get some good young English players in. And this is what happens. You'll see Calvert-Lewin, you'll see all these guys go for big money because they're English. Tayab said they're getting Jude Bellingham. Yeah, I know they're talking about it. Brummy Calf Merchant. Boohoo adverts. Yeah, Grealish a good player. He is a good player. 100 million? Do me a favour. Not even close, mate. Not even close. 80 million for a fridge. Yo, but I always say this. He was the wrong signing from day one for Man United. He's an edge of the penalty area. Head it, kick it, centre-back. Harry Maguire. 80 million, head it, kick it, centre-back. There's loads of them in the Championship. He's just an elite version of it. You get him on the halfway line, try and get him playing and leave space in behind. He's going to look like a fridge. So I blame Man United for Maguire. Anyway, loads of my Man United friends go, Maguire. I go, why did you sign him? Who signed him? Don't be mad at Maguire. Maguire knows his level. Maguire is Leicester. Maybe West Ham. West Ham play counter-attacking football as well. Get the ball for it. He'd look all right there. Maybe Newcastle. Man United, come on. He looks good for England in a back three on the edge of the penalty area with Rice and Phillips protecting him. You know, looks great for England. He got in the Euros team of the tournament. Put him on the halfway line, tell him to play. It's a disaster. It's a disaster, mate. They need to get rid of him, United. It's pointless having him. Always makes me wonder... where's that gone? Apologies. Always makes me wonder what Beckham would have gone for if he played today. Beckham would be a midfielder. Beckham would play centre mid today. He couldn't play right wing in this generation because he don't score enough goals. The winger, what you got to do as a winger now is different. You got to score 15 to 20 goals. Vinicius, oh, great tackle. Man City's defending is crazy today. You got to score 10, 15, 20 goals playing out wide now. Beckham, Giggs, these men were elite back then. Them men were scoring 3 goals a season. 4 goals. Beckham would be a centre mid in this day and age. Yeah, he might even be at right back. He could be doing the Trent. He could be doing the Trent thing. He wouldn't be playing right wing. Don't score enough. It's all mad. The game's changed completely now. Maguire is up there as Mustafi as one of the greatest hazards in defence. He's struggling. I think he needs to leave United. They hate him. Their fan base genuinely can't stand him. Shaquille said Fabregas would cost 150 million. No way Rice is on that level. What's wrong with stinky mouth Moyes? Moyes just wants to protect him and keep him. You know, I get it. Because whoever buys him is going to have to pay a fortune. But he's nowhere near. Fabregas used to run rings around them players there. Them passion merchants. Fabregas destroy them, man. You watch Pedri play against them, man. Vinicius, he's trying to run Kyle Walker again. You're going to have to do something else. I don't know if you're going to run him. Here's Benzi. Oh, he's in. Vinicius has the heavy touch. Got on the wrong side of Walker there, man. Has a heavy touch. His stepchild setting, I'm telling you, man. These man walking into United like, damn, I want to be at United. But boy, man. What's going on here? They're doing a check? No, play on. Yeah, he's not great, Maguire. Rice is an upgraded El Neni. Listen, let me give it... He's had a good season, Rice. He fits well in their team. He's a leader. He's 22. He's in the England team. the press will dress it up as he's a world beater. Well, he's not. He's a good player in the Prem, and he's still got more to prove. He hasn't played Champions League yet. We don't really know what level he's on yet. It's the English tax, Curtis. New merch, I'm telling you. We'll get the merch soon, Lan. Don't worry. If Iwobi costs 40 million, I'd love to know what Pires would cost. Again, even Pires playing this game, he would have to score more goals. But he did have goals in him. He did have goals. These men would be worth a fortune. The market, can you imagine the market now, with the money we've got in the game now, with the players we had 15 years ago? How much would R9 Ronaldo be worth now, when Neymar cost 200 million? How much would Ronaldinho be worth? How much would Thierry Henry and these men be worth? You wouldn't even be able to buy some of these players. They'd be so expensive. They'd be on. You couldn't buy them. Will there be merch not Arsenal related? Yeah, I want to do. You know what? I don't just want to do kind of. I want to do merch that's wearable, not just like Curtis Shaw TV. I think that's just too obvious to do that. I want to do something that we can make a brand that you can wear. That's, you know what I mean. So this is why I've taken a little bit longer with it. You know. Every channel kind of does, whatever the name of the channel is, just whack out merch with that on it. And I don't think in general that does that well, unless your channel has got millions of subscribers. I want to do something a bit different. R9, a superstar of any generation, the best ever. You just wouldn't be able to buy him. You just wouldn't. All these players. Bergkamp, yeah, they'd be costing a fortune. You couldn't even buy Prime Messi. No, you couldn't. Prime Messi was impossible to get out of Barca. You didn't have the money to get him. Need C-Unit T-shirts. Don't worry, man. We're going to have plenty coming. Definitely. For the summer. We need it ready for the summer. Will this be a draw? I honestly didn't think this game would finish 0-0. I thought we'd get 2 free goals. I thought Madrid would come out flying. But the thing is, Ancelotti might be thinking, just nick this 1-0 and go to extra time. Just stay in the game. And then you force City to attack. City don't look that much of a goal threat. That's the crazy thing. C-Unit, perhaps get them shirts ready for Orlando. Come on, man. Shaw on tour, people. Shaw on tour. I reckon Pires would play like Coutinho's position. Possibly. In between the lines. See, I know what you're saying. That's the problem. C-Unit looks like, I swear. Yeah, I hear you. If you don't see that, it looks like you got a madness. 100% a waffle T-shirts. I said, whatever you do, bro, I'm copping. Hey, we'll get something proper, man. Don't worry, man. Night and day between these two. I think when you play the first leg against someone, your aim is to just beat them. Can we beat them? Look at the footwork. Cancelo's got mad footwork for a fullback. First leg, you just want to beat them. Second leg, you're either protecting what you've got or you're trying to do something else. Given away there by Walker. Vinicius tries to run him. I think he might have him, you know. No, Walker's caught him. Footwork. Ball. Oh, City's defending is mad. This is why I didn't think Madrid would beat them, because I thought that City back four would be too strong. Bernardo. Saucing up. Yo, he's going on mad. Give him the dirty chop on the back heel. Yo. That was mad from Bernardo. Makes it look easy as well. You know what I mean? Man's on the edge of his own. That's what I'm saying. Bernardo Silva, 40 million. See you later. Yeah, don't chase after. Yo, 40 million for Bernardo Silva. 90, 100 million for Declan Rice. This is when I say English tax is a real thing, people. Look at the levels. You've got to do a dot-to-dot settings T-shirt. Oh, man. Yeah, we may have to do some bits like that as well. Bernardo's sick. He's so clever. He's actually playing centre mid. Usually he plays cam, but he's playing centre mid and he's balling. I see at 89th minute Benzema goal. I'm not going to lie. If he scores 89th minute, I'll be shouting the house down. I really will. You know, I'm a big Benzi fan, man. Let's hope our squad is of this level next season. I think we're a couple of years off. off this level. I'm not sure if we can get to this level in 1 year, because I don't think the chairman will spend enough money. We can't get the Man City level in 1 year, that's for sure. No chance. You got to spend 500 million probably to get to that level. Real Madrid are not great, I got to be honest. Kyle Walker down injured. He's been out for a while as well. And Vinicius keeps running him. Vinicius will be delighted. Get him off. Move Cancelo to the right. He's a little bit slower than Walker. Maybe get the better of him. Yeah, take one level at a time. For me, what I'll be looking at next season, can we overtake Chelsea in the Prem? Chelsea are kind of that gap between us and Liverpool and City. I'd be saying, right, Chelsea are losing Rudiger. They're losing Christensen. They got a problem with Lukaku. They got new owners. Managers starting to get a bit of pressure. Can we overtake Chelsea? That's what I'd be looking at next season. And get closer to Liverpool and City. Maybe win a trophy and see how far we can get in the Champions League as long as we're in it. Then I think next season you got to try and get City and Liverpool. I can't see how we get them in 1 year. Unless we spent a fortune, which I don't think will happen. Looks like Zinchenko's coming on. Probably be Cancelo at right back, Zinchenko at left back. Dr. Sin said Chelsea won't be it. Listen, like I said, man, the government won't let them go out of business. But I hear you. Guri said, stop the cross hoodie. We definitely get some good punchlines. I've always rated him T-shirt. Oh, man. The shameless T-shirt. Arsenal Spurs will get Champions League. Chelsea will go into administration. Did Vinicius just break Walker? Listen, when you've been injured for like a month, 2 months, and, you know, even though I think Walker's kind of handled him, he's not easy to play against. I actually really like Vinicius Jr. I wasn't that sure of him, but what I like about him is relentless. You know, you play against him, you're going to know you've played against him, because every time he gets the ball, he runs at you. And I love wingers who do that. I love that. If you're a winger, get at him. Get at him. Go on. Even if he's quicker than you, get at him. Look, man's mashed him up. Man's ran at him so much the man's injured. Man said, and they don't even want him to come off, because they're going, boy, Cancelo's good, you know, but he ain't as quick as him. And they know Vinicius probably outpace him. Fran said they are desperate for Walker to stay on, most important player. Listen, if you keep Vinicius quiet, you probably beat Madrid, because he's the out ball, he's the pace. A lot of the time he provides Benzema with the assist. And Kyle Walker's handled it. Even though he's ran at him a number of times, hasn't really, although he should have scored. He should have scored at the back post, to be fair. And that's what you need. I think Arsenal need a winger like that, who it's like you have to stop him because he's so dangerous. I don't think we quite got that yet. I know we're being linked with the likes of Gakpo and people like that. I know obviously this is why we wanted Zaha in the past. You just want that winger that you've got to stop him getting the ball. Yeah, Luis Diaz, someone just said there. I mean, for me, he's lifted Liverpool's season. Liverpool are having a good season anyway, but him coming in. You look at Sadio Mane first half of the season. People were starting to have conversations like, is Mane kind of finishing? Is he coming to the end of his Liverpool time? Should they move him on? Luis Diaz turns up in January. All of a sudden, Mane's balling. Wins at AFCON. Knocks out Egypt's World Cup qualifier. Banging goals in for Liverpool. Why? Because he can feel that pressure. He knows this brother, Luis Diaz, is going to replace him. So he stepped his game up. And now the manager's got to play all of them. Now he's playing Diaz, Mane, and Salah. This is why you got to have competition at top levels. When I talk about wingers, sometimes people go, yeah, but if you sign him, that'll hold Saka back, or that'll hold Emile Smith-Rowe back. That's what's necessary at the top clubs. I want to see it. I want to see an even better winger coming, where Saka go, boy, I got to go up another level. And that's what you have to do at top clubs. Keep lifting that level. Saka, as good as he is, he shouldn't know he's guaranteed to start at Arsenal. Neither should Smith-Rowe, neither should Odegaard. These guys should all be kept on their toes all season. You know? Free kick to Man City. De Bruyne whips it in, flicked on, and they clear it. Luis Diaz is a great example of get at him 100%. Sal said he changed their season. Apologies. The comments are flying in. 1,300 of you in the chat, people. Disrespectful to say Mane wasn't balling. Not that he wasn't balling. He was doing all right. But it wasn't Mane at his... We weren't talking like, yo, Mane is balling. He was just ticking over. But since Diaz has come in, look at Mane's numbers. Look at what he's doing. Stepped it up a gear. I don't think it's coincidental with Luis Diaz turning up, because he knew, raw, for all I've done at Liverpool, I could get replaced here if I don't fix up. And that's what you have to do. That's what elite clubs do, people. Big club talk, as you say, Jump Stew. Arsenal linked to Curtis Shaw if we make Champions League. Boy, I don't know if they can. I don't know if they got the wages for me. You know, I want more than Aubameyang. Nah, I'm joking, man. Taib said, you're right about Mane not fully balling pre-Diaz. He was doing all right, wasn't he? But he wasn't. It wasn't Mane at his pulp, you know. He stepped it up since Diaz has turned up. Diaz is just... He just slotted in. You'd think he'd been at Liverpool for 5 years. Noel said, sounds like you are describing Nuno Tavares. I always think he'd be a better winger than fullback. All good attack, but bird brain in defence. Let me tell you something about Nuno Tavares, right? I don't even think he's necessarily a better winger than he is a fullback, because he gives the ball away too easy. He gives the ball away. I suppose the thing is, he gives the ball away higher up the pitch. It doesn't hurt you as much. When you're at left back, you give the ball away. It's alarm bells ringing straight away. Rodrigo comes on for Toni Kroos. Attacking move that. Valverde will drop into the middle. Rodrigo will go on the right. So attacking change there. Diaz is the signing of the season, especially if Liverpool win the quadruple. It just shows, don't it, when managers say, oh, January. You can't get players in January. You can. If you're ambitious, if you got money, and if you're smart, you can. Bruno Gomes is doing really well at Newcastle now. You know, Diaz has changed everything at Liverpool for me. He's pushed them onto a higher level. Even Tottenham, Kulusevski was a good signing for them. I would get a C-Unit tracksuit in that black and gold away kit colours. Would buy it straight away. Oh, that's a good idea, that. Yeah, we could get merch that's similar colour to the Arsenal. Yeah. A couple might have to give you 5% for that if that goes well. Seb said, big up, Curtis. Just came back from the ladies' derby, 3-0. The ladies had Nando's for dinner. Big up, man. Yeah, I know Arsenal were playing Tottenham in the ladies' game. I believe it was at the Emirates, right? And I know they were 2-0 up. So, yeah, 3-0 is quality. Great win. Game's nothing like the first leg. It's not. 21 minutes to go. I cannot believe we haven't had a goal. I cannot believe it. Gareth Bale's not even on the bench. Yo, what's going on here, man? No, Kyle Walker's doing roly-polies, man. It probably took more effort to roll around than the actual injury, man. Lawsuit inbound. And I have to be careful with Arsenal. They don't play, man. It's all down to Klopp and FSG that we got Diaz. I mean, listen. From what I believe, Liverpool were going to sign Diaz in the summer. Tottenham came in. I think they were worried that Spurs were going to get him in January. They said, listen, got to move that signing from the summer to now. And then they said, yeah, we'll give you the money, blah, blah, blah. And look at the difference. What happened there with Walker? Kind of just collide. Look how many times, bro, stop rolling over, man. What's going on with Walker? Look at him. Man's rolling on his head. What? Nah, what's he doing? Come on, man. Nah, come on. Man rolled over 3 times, man. Man's doing roly-polies, man. I just want to rolly. Yo, I don't know what's going on. Just get him off. The guy don't want to be on the pitch. He's had enough. Man said post-Ramadan Benzema is looking like Chris Wood. Nah, the disrespect is mad. It's mad. Looks like they're bringing on Gundogan. Walker don't want to be on the pitch. He's had enough. He's absolutely had enough. Man's rolling up. Look, they brought the stretcher on. He must be mashed up. I can't lie. Maybe he pulled his hammy or something. It did look like a Neymar roll. Maybe he's not. I don't know. When you see the stretcher, usually you think it's a proper injury, but that looked mad. It looked like he put too much effort in. I'm trying to see what he does. What happens? It almost looks like he fouls Vinicius. It looks like he kicks him. And then next minute, what's going on now? Stretcher. Look. All of us, he don't need this stretcher, does he? You know, a lot of the time, defenders, yeah, they'll foul you, think they're going to get booked, so they'll pretend they're injured to avoid the booking. Fran's defending him, said, "You man are harsh. Walker mashed his injury again." Big man, how you rolling over 5 times there, man? Yo, what's going on? I never seen man roll over 3 times when you're that much injured, bro. Just roll over and just stay there, man. He's all right, man. He's tired. He's been out for 2 months, 6 weeks, whatever. Vinicius keeps running him. The brother's tired, man. Kevin De Bruyne dragged. You know what? It's an interesting one with KDB in it, right? And I'm not. This isn't reactionary. Honestly, this ain't reactionary. Kevin De Bruyne for me is unbelievable. You could argue best centre mid in the world, whatever. Unbelievable. I still look at Kevin De Bruyne and I think, has he had enough moments? Do we look back on Kevin De Bruyne and go, yo, do you remember that Champions League semi-final when he put it top corner? Or I just think sometimes in the biggest games of his career, he doesn't quite do it enough. Champions League final against Chelsea. Didn't really do nothing. Great player, but I think he needs them special moments. Here's Bernardo Silva. Oh, reverse pass. Mahrez, goal! Manchester City are heading for the Champions League final. Riyad Mahrez. What a player. What a goal. Bernardo Silva with the reverse pass. Real Madrid are heading out. No Benzema tonight. I said it earlier, people. 100 million for Grealish, 60 million for Mahrez. What a player. They're waving the white flags. They're fuming. Look at the counter-attack. Great football. Zinchenko just come on. Into Gundogan. Little round the corner. Bernardo between the lines. No one picking him up. Midfielder lazy. Reverse pass. Mahrez. Courtois gets done at his near post. I mean, he's whacked it. Woof. Yeah, he's hit that hard. I don't know if he should save it. Manchester City. City heading to the final. He's done Courtois with the eyes. Courtois thinks he's going far post. All English final, people. All English final. City against Liverpool. All English final, people. 1-0 to City. All English. They're done. They're done, Madrid. I did say Man City win. Too much energy. The back four's too strong. All English final. Mate, that left foot, man. Mahrez is... Listen. And again, I don't want people to think this is reactionary. That guy is so underrated. It's unbelievable. So underrated. He is techie beyond tech. His left foot is a joke. Hey, Bernardo putting Vinny on the weights. Ancelotti's waited too long, man. Now he wants to make subs. It's too late. I'm not going to lie, and I'm not saying this. I didn't actually want an all-English final because I feel like I've watched Liverpool Man City so many times this season. It's like, oh, Liverpool City. But at the same time, it's entertaining because it's Klopp and Pep. And they've got a great rivalry. And, you know, Pep hasn't won that Champions League at City. And he'll be thinking, this is the hard way to win it. Camavinga comes on for Modric, too late. Sultan said he just lost 100 quid. Would you take Mahrez? Love to see him at the carpet. I'd love him, but I think he's 31 now. 30 or 31, Mahrez? 31, so... Yeah, they wouldn't sign him at 31, but he's a great player. He'd walk into our team in terms of talent, let's be honest. I agree. I'm not even capping. I think Mahrez is world class. I think he's world class. I think sometimes individual brilliance doesn't thrive under Pep's system because it's so much about the collective that I think that individual brilliance sometimes is a little bit more withdrawn. I think Mahrez actually looked better at Leicester than he looked at Man City because it was just go and play your own game and he was just balling. Where at City, it's a lot more, but I think he's world class. I think he is world class. Manchester City against Liverpool in the Champions League final. Coronation Street against Brookside. If you know, you know, people. But yeah, man, it's going to be an intriguing game, man. I'm sure there'll be a massive influx of English fans in Paris. Do you know what? I would actually love to go to Paris to watch that. as a neutral. Although tickets for Champions League finals cost a fortune. I wouldn't be paying the amount of money that you have to pay to go and watch that. He doesn't rely on pace like Benzema. He still has some years. I get you on that. He looks like he could play for a few more years because of how his game is. Liverpool City. Listen, one thing I'll say. They're the two best teams in Europe. And that's what the Champions League should be all about. You should see the two best teams in the final. I think sometimes it's a shame when one of the best teams gets knocked out. And the reality is, this Real Madrid team needs refreshing. You know, Toni Kroos, Modric. They're still top players, but they're at the back end of their career. They need to freshen this team up. I think if they get Mbappe and Rudiger, that will spring them to life. Promote Camavinga as well. You look at Barca; they're a bit of a spent force at the moment. They're losing in Europa League quarterfinals, buying old players. Bayern Munich don't look quite the same. Boateng's gone, Alaba's gone, Sule, I believe, is leaving. These are the two best teams in Europe. They're the two best teams in world club football, with probably the two best managers. So, you know, Grealish is coming on now. Jesus comes off. What a finish that was. The way Mahrez has done him with the eyes. Courtois takes the slightest step to his right-hand side. Look, he knows. That's why he's looking up at the sky. He's thinking, I should have saved it. He takes his body weight is leaning to the right because he's thinking Mahrez going to bend it in the far corner. At the last minute, just whips it to the near post. His body weight's gone. Sticks the arm up, can't get it. Fantastic goal. Brilliant goal. Gucci Mane is on. Gucci Gang Grealish is on, people. He'll get the calves out and probably get a new sponsorship deal for this. But hey, third All-English final in 4 years. Listen, the Prem right now is the best league in the world. It's crazy, the Prem, innit? Because you look at the Prem and you think, richest league in the world, but we still miss out on a lot of the very best. We never had Messi. We never had Neymar. We never had R9. We never had Ronaldinho. We probably won't get Mbappe if he goes Madrid and settles. You know, Ronaldo, they took him away from us when he was at his best in the Prem. You know, why do we not get the very, very best? Is it still the weather? Is it the intensity of the league? Is it the lack of, you don't get a break in the winter? I don't know. I think it is the weather. I think it's a huge part to do with it because I've been to Barcelona on holiday and you go there and you think, look at this lifestyle, man. And, I've been to Manchester a lot. It rains a lot in Manchester, more than London and other cities in the south of England. And you think, you know what, man, you give me the opportunity, you're going to want to live in the hills in Barcelona, 25 degrees all year, nice little mansion, relaxed. You get 2 weeks off at Christmas. In England, you train on Christmas Day. You don't get no Christmas Day off, Man's training on Christmas Day, people. They get 2 weeks off. They fly all over the world, go and see their family, relax. We're playing FA Cup third round games away at some League One team in the middle of, Christmas. It's all mad. So I think it is the weather and the language, possibly. Don't diss Manny. Listen, Manny is a great city, man. Brilliant city, but the weather, man, boy, it loves to rain in Manchester. I can't lie. Mr. Smith said, not me, I'm a cold weather man. See, I'm not going to lie. I'm not built for the cold. Like, I don't like the cold weather. I really don't like it. I need hot conditions, man. It's the lifestyle here. Too many distractions, not enough hunger, possibly. England is different, isn't it? It's different. Evan said, let's hope Pep isn't sacked if he loses the Champions League final. We could lose Arteta. Yeah, I like what you're doing there. I like what you're doing. You're causing trouble there. I respect it. Listen, Pep's the type of manager to just quit. They're not going to sack him. Oh, chance. Zinchenko clears it. They're not going to sack him. Pep, if Pep loses to Klopp, he might walk. I don't think he can deal with losing. That would be 2 Champions League finals in a row. Has that ever happened? Has a team ever lost 2 Champions League finals in a row? That's got to be a record. Haaland Prem soon come. Yeah, McLovin, he's coming, man. I can't wait to see how good he is. Oh, Benzi. Oh, great save. He's offside, though. He's offside. Caribbean would suit you. Listen, man, I need the hot weather. I need the hot weather. Eventually, hopefully, we get some moves, man. Justin said, how did you get the Cincinnati Reds? Do you know what? I'm going to be honest. It's naive. I didn't even know what the team was. I went in the shop. I was like, yep, C unit, red. Yep, I'll take it. Let's go. No messing around. Man was like, yo, do you support Cincinnati? I was like, bro, I don't even know that. Now, I know Cincinnati are, but yeah. Nathan, the release clause is for one summer. So it's this summer only, but he's gone, obviously. I think it's 70, 75 mil. I think he'll end up at City, to be fair. I think Pep will sign a new deal and he'll go City. He'll go City. Look at the amount of chances that Manchester City create, man. You get a decent striker in there. Oh, look at... But no, Bernardo's going on mad. Camavinga's going to hunt him, though, I told, man. Trust me, Camavinga's going to be serious. They need to bin one of their centre mids and promote that brother now. I'm telling you. They need to promote him. He's a star in the making. Fran, yo, real talk, bro. I'm telling you. For those that don't know, Fran moved to Dubai. I'm sure he said it loads of times on his channel, but he moved from England to Dubai, came back, obviously pandemic and that causes, you know, complications and seeing your family and that. But I'm telling you, I'm not built for this cold weather. It's cold, it rains. I just need to be in my shorts, my t-shirt. You know, I just want to relax, man. It's all mad. I don't want to wake up and it's raining outside. It's dark in the morning. I don't want that. I just want nice weather. I want to be able to chill, man. That sunshine is good for you, man. The vitamin in that sunshine. So yeah, man, I'm telling you, I'm trying to be in the tropics. I want to see palm trees in the morning. You know what I mean? I don't want to see some oak tree outside mine with birds on and it's raining and all the leaves falling off. I want to see palm trees. Come on, Fran. Big C, you think Madrid fans will be slagging off the team like Arsenal? Yeah, listen, Madrid fans are the most spoilt fans probably in world football. These are the guys who were booing Ronaldo when he was at his best. They don't care about nothing. They'll probably say sack Ancelotti for this, but their team's not good enough. Team's not good enough. Defense ain't great. Arsenal 14 said it's raining now. See what I mean? It's all mad. Mr. Smith said he worked in Dubai in 2008. Being asked to go back, I don't like the climate. Give me snow and ice every time. Do you know what? Maybe you went from one extreme to the other, because I know people say in Dubai and that it's too hot at times. You know, I think people say it gets up to like 40 degrees in the summer. So maybe somewhere where it's not quite as hot. South American brothers hate the English weather. Christy said, come to Nigeria. Our lizards are friendly. Them Jamaican lizards, man, they're a problem. I'm telling you. They're a problem. Go to the Caribbean, you would gain so many fans. Yeah, man, listen. We're on the move, people. Don't worry. All I know is sunshine living here in Trinidad. Come on, man. Port of Spain business. Don't we all, Curtis? Our temperature is just above 5 degrees in Toronto. It's getting cold in the 6, yeah? Getting cold in the 6. Hot and humid air equals... It's funny, isn't it, though? Because whatever you live in, you probably think, oh, shot by Cancelo, saved by Courtois. Whatever you live in, conditions-wise, you're probably envious of something else. You live in a hot country, you probably think, oh, wish it just rained sometimes and got a bit cold. And when you live in these conditions, you're like, yo, man, where's that sunshine, man? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man, berries, ham. That's what I want to wake up, put some berries on and just relax. You know what I mean? You would like Los Angeles. Listen, you know what? I was really hoping that Arsenal went to the West Coast. But, yeah, it would have been great. I was hoping they was going to go to LA. Weather in the 6 is mad. That Florida weather is something. Joe said, Curtis, do you reckon we're going to have a marquee signing this summer? I mean, it depends what level of marquee we're talking. I said the other day, I don't think Arsenal have a world-class player. Not one. I'm talking world-class. I don't think we have one. And I'm not sure we'll get one in the summer. Is Grealish? Oh, Oh, my days. Grealish nearly scored a banger. Cleared off the line. Great run. Gets cleared. Can Arsenal get a world-class player? Listen, if we get Champions League, we're capable of signing a world-class player, but I'm still not sure whether we'll get a world-class player. I'm not sure if Arteta can attract that. Aye! Yo! Grealish puts it wide, yo! Calf merchant sitting man down. Twisting man up, man. I'm telling you, that was silky, man. Told man about Carvajal. Look at the state of Carvajal's defending. What a save that is by Courtois. I thought he put it wide. That is a great save. Arsenal should do a Caribbean tour. That would be good, to be fair. Daniel, big up the super chat, said Valencia lost 2 straight finals, 2000 and 2001. Jeez. But for Pep, you know, that's different. That's different. Yo, man are getting dished up by Grealish. Man said the lish. Yo, I'm telling you, he's dishing man up, the chop, the fake shot. I told man about Carvalho. Never understood how this guy's a Real Madrid right back. You talk about Trent can't defend. Go and watch Carvalho defend. Would you say Gnabry is world class? I don't think I would. I'm talking world class. Salah, Mane, and then man there, wingers like Gnabry is very good. I don't think he's world class. I got to be honest. Cyborg, do you ever think Arteta could pull up a game like this in the Bernabeu? I don't know, man. We'd have to. I don't think we're quite at that level yet. I got to be honest. I think if we played Madrid now, even with the summer window, I think we'd struggle. I don't think we're quite ready for that yet. For me, we got to spend 200 million in the summer to be competing in any kind of way. We can't have the window like we had this season. We need to go up a level, you know. Who was the last world-class player we had at Arsenal? I think Auba for 2 years was performing at a world-class level. You know, he's the Golden Boot winner the year after he came second. I think he was a world-class goal scorer. If you're talking about world-class footballer, I would say Alexis Sanchez. I think he was, you're talking about one of the best wingers in world football. So if you're talking all-round game, I think you got to go Alexis. Before that, maybe Mesut, when Mesut was balling in his earlier years at Arsenal. Yeah, mostly you're saying Sanchez, Ozil. Aubameyang was balling for a couple of years. Would you take Sterling? I would, you know, because he's got experience in the Champions League. He's a goal-scoring winger. The only problem with Sterling is the wages. I think he's on 250. Oh, Madrid score! Madrid score, Rodrigo! Real Madrid have equalised with a minute to go. It's crazy because somebody said 89th minute Benzema goal, but Benzema got the assist. Real Madrid won. Manchester City won. A minute to go. What a ball from Benzema. What is Ederson doing? He's got to do better. Comes out. That's a great finish by Rodrigo. Can Madrid do the unthinkable and equalise in time added on? Wow. Madrid equalise. Can they get one more? This is going to be unbelievable. If Benzema scores the winner, this laptop might be out the window. I'm telling you now, the scenes will be too much. 6 minutes added on, people. 6 minutes. Vinicius up against Cancelo in the corner. Here's Vinicius Jr. Cuts inside. Tries to nutmeg him. He goes past him. Vinicius, he's overran it. Has to pass the ball to Benzema there. Doing too much. They win the ball back, Madrid. 6 minutes. Mendy whips it in. Rodrigo knocks it down. Oh, they've overplayed. Rodrigo. Oh, it's Militao, in fact. Carvajal. Whips it in. Ah! Oh, Madrid have scored! Real Madrid! 2-1! Ah! Puta madre! Puta madre! Wow! It's unbelievable! Wow! Vinicius Jr. 2-1. Oh, is it Rodrigo who scored? Wow. Carvalho, I've always rated him. What a ball. Oh, my days. Whips it in. Flicked on. Rodrigo. Oh, my days. He's changed the game. He's come on and scored 2. Real Madrid 2. Manchester City 1. We're heading for extra time. What a header. Oh, my days. Top corner. Absolutely unbelievable. Wow. Madrid. They will not lie down. Look at Carvalho. Veins coming out the neck. 4 minutes to go. Can Madrid win it? It's all mad, people. Rodrigo, what an impact. City looked like they were through. We thought it was too late. They don't know when they're beaten. Pep's in the mud. Here's Benzema. It's unbelievable. I think they're going to win it. He lays it down the line. Rodrigo saved. Oh, it's a corner. Ah! Puta madre! I'm telling you, if Benzi gets the winner, the stream's getting locked off. It's just getting turned off. Corner to Real Madrid. Benzema's telling them to go mad. Short corner taken. Carvalho whips it in. It's a poor cross. Ederson collects it. What a game. It's come to life right at the end. He nearly got the hat-trick. La puta madre. They've won the ball back again. Pass it. Benzema. Oh, what a tackle on the edge of the box. City all over the place. What a game. How have Manchester City blown this? How? 89th minute, winning 1-0. By the 92nd, they're 2-1 down. I've never seen anything like it. It's Madrid, man. Here comes City, though. Foden. Oh, Foden. Oh, pass gets blocked. Here's Grealish. 100 million. He needs that moment. I bet. Oh, Fernandinho. He's rolling back the ears. Oh, it's a free kick. Free kick to Manchester City outside the box. This is unbelievable. Pep. Oh, takes it quick. Oh, Foden puts it over. He took it quick. The Real Madrid players were complaining. He's got to probably score that. Fernandinho goes down. Everyone turns round thinking, look at Militao. He runs out. Puts it down. Foden. Oh, he's got to hit the target. Got to hit the target there. They're showing back the replays of the missed chances. What a game. We're heading to extra time, people. 2 minutes left. Long ball. Ruben Diaz wins it. What a game. What a game. City are rattled. Ball over the top. Courtois comes out and clears it. 90 seconds to go, people. What a turnaround by Madrid. It's that European pedigree. Offside there. Pep bottles it again. Bottles it. I'm telling you now. I think if they lose this game, they're going to bottle the league as well. I think they're going to bottle the whole thing. City Spursing it up. Manchester City Spurs, man. Bottling it at the best moment. Manchester Hotspurs. Hey, where's McLovin, man? The Man City fan. Boy. They were there. They were home. It was done. Crew's going mad in the background. Come on, man. Football heritage in the house. What a goal that was. Do you know what's crazy? I think Asensio flicked it on before Rodrigo hit it in. Here's Grealish. Come on, they paid 100 million. Earn your bread. Oh my days. City were nearly in. City were nearly in. Can they create one more? Great tackle, Fernando. Oh, tackles flying in. Woo! It's going crazy, people. Fernandinho clamps the first guy. Then Valverde clamps him. Militao's like, listen, man, my Brazilian compadre, let me... Ruben Diaz trying to push him. He's like, bro, I know him, man. We play for Brazil together, man. Relax. So Fernandinho hammers Asensio. Bang! First challenge. Valverde comes in and clatters him. Yellow card for Valverde. The late challenge. City need runners. Get Raheem Sterling on, man. Tired legs. Get him running at them. I don't know how many subs they've made. Free kick. Last kick of the game. No away goals, Rowan. No away goals anymore. So we're heading for extra time. 5-5 on aggregate. Last kick of the game. Zinchenko, free kick. Whips it into the back post. It's flicked on. It's a corner, but the ref's blown full time, people. The referee has blown full time. We are heading to extra time. Another 30 minutes. Granit Valverde. Man, this game has come to life out of nowhere. Wow. Pep, man. Pep can't deal with that heat in the Champions League. I mean, that header's not even in the corner. Pep. Crazy, people. Absolutely crazy. Extra time. Wow, what a game. Sit down. Nobody talk. Pep must be like, listen, what are you lot doing to me here? It's a good job Pep's bold, man. He'd be done. He'd be finished. Wow, what would life be without football? Unbelievable. Klopp is clear. You would never see Klopp bottle that lead. I know they nearly did last night, but boy, City, I don't know what it is with City, man. I don't know what it is. Manchester Hotspurs, man, I'm telling you. Wow, what a game. Why didn't Carlo use subs earlier? Very intriguing. Made me use an eyebrow. Listen, who are we to complain about Don Carlo, man? He just scored 2 goals in 3 minutes. The guy he brought on. Osman said, Big C, so glad to see you're streaming. Rodrigo looks like a baller. It's funny, we were being linked with him a few weeks ago. How is Pep at fault here? Nah, listen, it's not even about Pep. Pep ain't at fault. I think there's a mentality issue at Manchester City. I really do. I think sometimes football heritage will grab you at the moment you need it the most and drive you. You know, I feel like Real Madrid, there was an energy there that pushed them on that, listen, you're Real Madrid. This game ain't over. And I just think Manchester City don't have that same spirit. They have individual brilliance. They have a great team and a great manager, but they don't have... I watched a documentary on Barcelona with Pep, ironically, and he was like, to win a Champions League, everybody from the tea lady to the cleaner to the physio to the manager to the chairman, everybody has to have that belief that you're going to win. If they don't, he said, you won't win it. And I just don't think Manchester City have that yet. I think that takes 10, 15, 20 years to build a club. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that, Fran. Listen, I said this before. Manchester City should have won this whole tie in the first leg. They battered Real Madrid. They should have won by 2 or 3 goals. And Madrid coming into this game a goal down gave them massive hope. And they had that belief. You cannot buy what somebody has built. Madrid have got that. It's ingrained in them. It's Real Madrid. They're the most successful club in Champions League history. You can't just buy that. It might take Man City another 10 years. Now, don't get me wrong. Man City could win this game in extra time, go and beat Liverpool in the final. They're Champions League winners. It's not over. We don't need to overreact. But, you know, I just think there's something lacking there. Everybody sit down. Nobody talk. He's going mad, I'm telling you. He's going absolutely mad. Oh, man. I feel for Pep, you know, because I love Pep as a manager, but boy, it's not good. Madrid is an institution. You're right. You're right. It's different. It's different. Osman said, Big C, I feel like Man City can use 1 or 2 throwback leaders. It's also the same reason why De Bruyne doesn't win. What's going on? The game's kicked off, which I didn't even realise. We got a streaker on the pitch. Or not a streaker. He's running on with a flag or something. It's all going mad. Security chasing after people. Big up Pat Does Fitness. 3rd super chat of the day for C. This stream fight. Hey, big up, bro. Really appreciate it. I think I might have missed one of your super chats on the stream with Kev, so apologies about that. Let me just, while there's a little break, let me top up my drink, people. Let me top up. Man's doing a double shift here, man. I have to top the drink up and go again. It was an Albanian flag. I think Xhaka was on the Xhaka said, listen, Champions League, let me get close. Here's Vinicius. Oh, here's Benzi. Oh, oh, saved by Ederson. Benzema. Kai said, come on, Madrid. Listen, I think most Liverpool fans want Madrid to win because I just think Liverpool's pace in their front three will hurt that Madrid defence. I do think that, I think Liverpool would rather play Madrid. I really do. Kev said, who's the best right back you've ever seen? I got to probably go Cafu, you know. I got to probably go Cafu. I loved him. Do you know what? I used to love Lilian Thuram. Now, I know he ended up becoming a centre-back, but I used to love him. I always wanted him at Arsenal. Probably that generation. I love them right-backs from back in the day, man. Big up Mohammed. Thank you very much for becoming a member, bro. Appreciate that. We're going to do a member stream. I'm probably going to do it next week with the Tottenham game. Look at this brother, Camavinga, man. Tell man they need to start playing him. Oh! Penalty to Madrid! Ah! Oh! Penalty Real Madrid! Karim Benzema, your time! Him there, right there, sir. Karim Benzema wins the penalty. Is it Panenka part 2? Of course not. I don't think he can do it. Look at Camavinga. Own half, pace, drive. Look at him. Look at him driving. Pulled back. Penalty. Who is that? Ruben Diaz. It's a pen all day long. Oh, my days. My neighbour's going to think I'm a lunatic. It's a pen, mate. Ruben Diaz. I told man about Diaz ain't better than Van Dijk. He is a beast, though. I'm not going to lie. Madrid. I almost want him to do the Panenka again, but he can't. Keeper's going to expect it. You just slap it in the corner this time. I'm getting the tweet. Oh, and you know what? I'm getting it ready. Benzi, it's your time. I honestly, I love this guy as a player so much. I want him to score. I'm sorry, Man City fans. I want him to score. City of Bot. If he Panenkas it, I'm smashing the laptop. And I'll see you next week once the insurance claim's gone in. Right, it's crazy, Pete. What a game. If he Panenkas this, I'm done. I'm done. The stream will be over. I've got my Arsenal mug just to get Arsenal part of the Champions League stream. Here we go. Karim Benzema, the captain, against Ederson. It's Benzema. He scores! Karim Benzema! Puta madre! Puta madre! Whoa! Madrid! Hala Madrid! Hala Madrid! Goal scorer for Real Madrid, number 9, Karim Benzema! The best striker in the world! The best striker in the world! Benzi! Wow, City have bottled it beyond belief. I've never seen anything like this. Oh, man, let's talk about the penalty as well. Side netting. It's all mad. You can't create this, Pep. Look at him. Look at the passion. Oh, man, just grabbing shirts. Look at Marcelo. It's the history, man. Yeah, Cruz in the background celebrating, man. It's all mad. Big boy. Look at Pep. Pep's in the mud, man. He's a bold fraud. No, really, I'm joking. Yeah, that's a good point. Cruz making good. Yeah, he put it the way where Ederson dived last time. He said, what? You dived that way last time? You ain't going there again. Jeez. It's all... Now, Pep's head's gone, mate. He's lucky he's bold. His hair would be gone. big body Benz, people. He don't mess about, man. Come on. Benzie. It's all mad. It is all mad. What a striker. What a player. Here comes City. City look like they've run out of ideas. Why is Raheem Sterling not coming on? I don't get it. You need runners. They need runner. Grealish failure. Where's your famous Leo Messi now? Oh, dear. Pep, man. Pep might quit, you know. I'm telling you, Pep's not a... He's not an easy guy, you know. I think this will hurt him so much he might walk. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to make a prediction now, right? Clip this, by the way. If they lose this game and get knocked out, I think Liverpool will win the quadruple. I think they'll bottle the Prem because I think Pep's head will have gone. They'll lose or draw to someone who... Because Pep don't care about winning the Prem. He's won it how many? 3-4 times? I think Pep's head will roll off and they'll bottle the Prem. I think Liverpool will win the quadruple if City get knocked out tonight. Because I think Liverpool beat Real Madrid in the final. Too much pace. Their front three will destroy this Madrid back four. And I think they'll bottle the Prem because he don't care about winning the Prem. He's desperate for this Champions League. Mad. Hey, Sal said, come on, Madrid, we want the quad. Trust me, I said it. I think they'll win the quad if they go out. I don't know what Pep's doing right now. I know KDB wasn't having the best of games, but do you take Kevin De Bruyne off in a game like this? Ultimately, he's their best player. I mean, I'm looking at it here. I think, yeah, you can make 5 subs. He's made 4. Why is Raheem Sterling not coming on? I don't get that. Well, you need a runner. You need someone who can run. Sterling just sitting on the bench. I don't get it. Pep's gone mad. Yeah, clip that Ross, man. Free kick to Man City. Ball whip to the back post. Great header. Camavinga. I told you, man's a beast. Zinchenko's done well. Oh, volley over Fernandinho. Pep's too clever for his own good, man. Pep's too clever for his own good, man. He outsmarts himself. Look how calm that penalty is from Benzi, man. Pep's too clever, man. Them man there, they confuse themselves. Yeah, man. Yo, remember? Bro, Ancelotti was at Everton. At Everton. This season, by the way, he was at Everton. Man got the call, yo, Madrid. You fancy it? Yeah, go on, then I'll come back. Oh, he brings Sterling on, finally. Hey, Pep, listen to me, you know, brother. I know I'm talking about. You need runners. Yeah, Madrid's back four's probably tired. He's took Rodri off and brought Sterling on. Is it too late? Gucci guy Grealish is a waste, man. 100 mil, man. They should have bought a striker. Said it all along. Why did Man City not buy a striker? They didn't even need Grealish. You got Mahrez, Sterling, Foden, Bernardo can all play wide. Why are you paying 100 million for Grealish? 27. Don't need him. Don't need him. Get a striker. Should have bought Kane from Tottenham. They'd have won this. They'd have battered them in the first leg. But they overcomplicated it. Told man, Pep thinks he's too clever for his own good at times. His silly behaviour. Now Sterling is in. Pep's lost it. He should have brought him on time ago. They needed runners. Yeah, I'm not even gonna cap. That Rodrigo I wasn't too sure. But he's balled out. Man said, told you that English tax it. Bruv, nah, it's a real thing, bruv. It's a real thing. That's why Grealish cost 100 mil, because of the English tax. Look at Mahrez, 60 mil. It's the English tax. All they're going to do is make Grealish the poster boy. I bet if you go to Manchester now, he's all over their posters because he's got a headband, because his calves are out, because he's English, and he'll sell some shirts. Because let's face it, Kevin De Bruyne's a baller, but he ain't a shirt seller. I don't go worldwide and see Kevin De Bruyne shirts all over the place because he's not that marketable, really. That's what City were trying to get. 40 mil max on Grealish. Here's Zinchenko. City have got to offer something. They've done nothing for it. Here's Grealish. Here's Zinchenko. Oh, he appeals for a penalty. Looks like he dived. Carvalho's dashing him. Ref says play on. Rodrigo loses it. Zinchenko. Here's Grealish, man. Prove your worth, bro. Man paid 100 M's for you. I want to see you balling. Look at this Camavinga. Don't gas me up, you know. Kid's a baller. Great tackle, Raheem Sterling. What? You taking the mick? He won the ball. How is that a foul, man? Rami, you telling me Kevin De Bruyne's a shirt seller? Come on. Come on. Wherever you are in the world now. How many Kevin De Bruyne shirts do you see on the streets? I don't see them. And I've travelled. I don't see Kevin De Bruyne shirts. I don't even see that many Man City shirts. Let me be real. But when I see a Man City shirt, I don't even really see many names on them. I don't think Kevin De Bruyne ain't a shirt seller like Ronaldo probably is at United or Pogba was. Or, you know, Ozil and Sanchez. Man ain't running around wearing Kevin De Bruyne shirts. Man said he tops their shirt sales. Yeah, I'm sure he does. But they don't sell that many shirts, man. Kevin De Bruyne ain't no poster boy shirt seller, man. He ain't. He's a baller. He ain't a shirt seller like that. Exactly. I don't even really see City shirts. But I see the odd one I do see. I don't see De Bruyne plastered all over it. The empty had. Listen, I said many times, man, authenticity always wins, people. You can't just buy what teams have built over years and years and years and years. Tradition, power, history. You can't just buy that. Danny Ceballos coming on. He'll come on and spin around. What Man City are trying to build, it's not there yet. This is why they probably tried to sign Ronaldo in the summer, because they wanted that name brand, you know? I think it's because they're with Puma. Yeah, I don't understand why they went to Puma. I think they had Nike sponsors, which is big up, but obviously Puma threw the bag at them. Here's Vinicius. 3 minutes till half-time in extra time. City have been non-existent. Here's Grealish. They got to move the ball quicker. Change wings. Finds Fernandinho. They're playing here. Well, they got City. They only need... Oh, no. One goal would take it to penalties, right? Ball whipped in. They got no one in there. Where's the striker? Food and drink, that is, for a striker. Edge of the 6-yard box. No one there. Great ball in. No one there. Where's your striker? Pep's made some mad changes in this game. Man took De Bruyne off, who keeps them ticking. He took Jesus off, who is their striker. Here's Sterling in the penalty area. That's poor. Handball as well. He's all over the place. How much of a knock-on effect, bro? As I said, Rich, I think they'll lose the league if City lose this, because I think they'll have head loss. I just don't think they'll be motivated. I think Liverpool will win the quadruple if City lose this. Where is Liam Delap? Man's taking Benzi off. Risky, that. Still got 2 minutes to half time, then another 15. I know he didn't play at the weekend. He came on. So maybe he wasn't fully fit. What a player. Benzema for Danny Ceballos. What a downgrade that is, by the way. But he can't be fully fit. Surely they wouldn't have took him off. Sterling is gone next season. I think he is. He ain't going to... He'll end up missing out on the England team if he stays here and just sits on the bench. Spinning gig. Yeah, get Ceballos on to spin around. Beyblades on. Oh, Big Steve. Woo, hoo, hoo, hoo. Yo, Big Steve, you know. Big Steve, Jesus. He's going to get annihilated. Oh, my days. Yo. Man, yo. Turkish must be sitting there right now, like, yo. Turkish, I'm telling you, man. He must be sitting there right now, like, listen. This brother's going to get cooked. Proper cooked as well. Oh, they're appealing for a penalty, Madrid. Vinicius. Oh, they're going to do a VAR check here, people, for a handball. Sterling gets clamped. VAR check. Mob Squad 99 said, I'm crying right now because of the comeback. Camavinga ball in a Champions League semi-final at 19. Glad Madrid signed him. He is special. Well, it does hit his hand. I don't think the hand's in an unnatural position. Yeah, man. Jeez, what a player, Camavinga. 19. I didn't even know he was that young, you know. Sterling at the back post, heads across. Foden, oh, he takes it off Gundogan's toe. He's about to hit, he tries to bring it down. That's definitely handball. Nah, man. Not when your hand's right there. If his arm was out, he'd give it. It's not classed as an unnatural position, man. City on the move again. Oh, listen, do I need to say anything? Camavinga. Baller. 19. Like a tall Edgar Davids, people. The man is special. Yasin said, this is for Cruz since he predicted a Real Madrid win last week. So I put a bet on that Real would be winning after 90. Big up, Curtis. Keep up the fantastic... Bro, you're winning, man. You're winning, man. Money on the stream. It's all mad. Big up, Yasin, man. Big up. Appreciate that. Yeah, Cruz, he had full belief in Madrid. I can't lie. Here's Zinchenko, left-hand side. He's done all right since he's come on. Don't know what it is about City. They're lacking something. I feel like City were better years ago when they had like Sane and Sterling and just Aguero, just pace. Ball whipped in. Oh, my days. What a save by Courtois. It was flicked on. What a ball in from Cancelo. Foden with the flick on. Courtois tips it wide. Even after he tips it wide, Fernandinho nearly tips it in. He puts it wide. He's at full stretch. He can't quite hook that back in. He's 3 yards out. He can't get it. Half time and extra time, people. Haroon said, fell asleep at 0-0 and woke up to this. What's going on? That was not the right time to have a sleep, man. I'm telling you. You missed a heck of a game. COD Central says, wow, big up, man. They're just lacking a striker. No, listen. Like I said, if City had Kane or Haaland, this game would have been over in the first leg. They battered them. They should have won by 2-3 goals in that first leg, but they don't have a gunman. They ain't got a goal scorer. Top teams need strikers. I know Pep has had success in La Liga. Spanish national team have won tournaments with no striker. This is the Prem. This is different. This is a Champions League. We play a different way in this country. He needed a striker. He just needed a gunman goal scorer. Should have bought Kane. Went to bed at 1-0. Then my phone went off, said Ming Ming. Dre said if we get Champions League, we couldn't get past round of 16. Unless we get real lucky with the draw and we get a team that aren't that good who got through. You give us that Real Madrid team, you give us City, we're gonna get smoked. But Pep has bottled it. Listen, the narrative will be that it's Pep. Obviously, the team have blown it, but the reality is they'll say, Pep, look how much money you've had, look how much players you've signed. How come your teams never get over the finish line? So Pep will be the narrative. That is a fact. South London's fine. He said, I think Pep will be the first bald man who will lose his skin. Oh, yo. Man, he can't even lose his hair. So man said the skin's just going to peel off. That brother's head's gone. Bro, let me tell you now. If they lose it, I'm messaging Turkey. I said, listen, bro, when is Big Six? 'Cause I need to see Big Steve get cooked. If I'm Big Steve, I'm not turning up for that show. I'm telling him I'm stuck at the airport in Spain. I'm not doing it. Rio Ferdinand just said, Don Carlo. Listen, that guy, people need to understand what Carlo Ancelotti is. He's one of the best managers in club football history. I'm sure I saw the other day he's won 3. I think they said he's won the Champions League with 3 different clubs. I think that was right. Was it Madrid and was it Juventus or AC? He's unbelievable. Big Six is tomorrow. Oh, man. Man. Lawrence, man. Jeez. And do you know what it is? I understand this. And any Arsenal fans that are old enough to have been old enough when we were actually, a dominant force in England, we were like this. We were the best team in the country along with United. And we used to go in Europe and bottle it, Semi-final Chelsea, final Barcelona. Other times we should have We were this as well. We couldn't adjust to Europe. We'd lose to a big team or crumble under certain circumstances, man. It was mad. I said, Curtis, you're doing Man City therapy tomorrow. No point, you know. What are we going to have? 8 people watching, you know what I mean? No, I'm sorry, man. It's not the time for me to joke with Man City fans, but boy, no, why did I click on 45 minutes on the thing? You know what I mean, people? This will be done at 60 minutes. I clicked the wrong time. Lawrence said Kyle Walker is our best fullback. It definitely changed when he came off. This is giving me Madrid Galacticos vibes at Old Trafford. See these teams here, they're built different. They know that City are a mad team. They know that City have spent nearly $1 billion. But they're going, listen, when it comes to the crunch, they don't know how to deal with this situation. They don't know how to beat Madrid in the Bernabeu and, do you know what I mean, on a regular basis. Although, Sterling, no, it's a foul as well. Yeah, so it's that know-how. It's that know-how. Man said, so don't look back in anger. I heard you say, yo, I'm going to have to start getting the mic. You know, Oasis, you know, the guy, he speaks into the mic funny, like he gets really close to the mic. Liam Gallagher, no, it's Noel Gallagher, isn't it? The Man City. So, Sally can wait, but don't look back in anger. Yo, it's all mad. It's all mad, people. You can't buy what they naturally have, you know. You can't buy it. Broad said, I hate to see my boy Sterling go out like that. Don't worry, man. We'll look after you at the carpet, man. We'll look after you. Come to the carpet. Come score 15, 20 goals. Madrid showing European pedigree. It's different. Different in Europe, you know. Different. You can be the best team in your league, come to Europe and get slapped up. Ice Crystal said Pep to join Arsenal as assistant manager. Kevin said Sterling is finished. I don't think he's finished. I don't. Been on the bench a lot this season, you know. It's difficult. King Books is cracking up. Footy Chat said, no, you're mugging them City fans. Listen, it's the game, man. It's football, innit? You can't spend $1 billion and you can't win a Champions League. You got Pep. You know what I'm saying? Klopp's thinking, bro, look at Pep. Look at him. Just sitting down. I've never seen. He looks like he looks upset. No, man. I don't even like seeing that. I know I'm laughing, but I'm telling you, that ain't good, you know. Pep is sitting down on the bench next to his assistant, legs crossed, with watery eyes. Do you know what that is? Pep in tears, while Don Carlo looks like he's just about to record the new Goodfellas movie. Don Carlo, you know. Man probably said to Pep, you come to Spain and think you can beat us. You won't get back, mate. You better make sure your team don't win this game. They've bottled it. This ain't even Pep's fault, but he's gonna get the criticism because you can't keep failing with this Man City team. It's like having the cheat code on Football Manager where you can just sign whoever you want. And somehow you still can't get them over the line, man. It's all mad. It's all mad, people. 11 minutes to go. Can City get an equaliser and go to penalties? He looks broken. He looks out of ideas. He's made all his subs. He can't do anything else. He's relying on the players, and the players aren't performing. I think he made the wrong subs. I don't think you can take Kevin De Bruyne off in the 72nd minute. Took Jesus off, who's a striker. Took Mahrez off, who'd scored. But there was 5 minutes to go, so he probably thought, see the game out. I don't think he made great subs. I don't. I would not have taken Kevin De Bruyne off. We could have had Ancelotti, but instead we went for the cone man, and the rest is history. Listen, I'm trying not to diss Arteta too much right now, you know. We're looking like top 4 getters, so right now so I'm positive with it. The cone man's earning his wages right now. You should play Football Manager with Arsenal on Twitch. Yeah, listen, we're going to do gaming, especially at the end of the season. South London's finally said, I have nothing left, said Pep. Pep didn't prep. Yo, it's all mad, fam. I think he overthinks. I really do. Oh, listen, man. Do you know why? Yeah, because Steve is very good at cooking, man, on the big 6, right? So I am actually looking forward to seeing them give it him back. And I want, he can't make no excuses, man. They've bottled it. But it is a free kick. Listen, 9 minutes to go. It's not over. An equaliser takes us to penalties. Yeah, I did tweet all English final. Probably tweeted it too early. Free kick. Gundogan around 40 yards out. Crosses it into the back post. Great header there. Real Madrid defended well. Grealish does well. Grealish got to move it. Sterling whip that in. Left foot. Didn't want to use his left foot. That's poor. That's poor, Raheem, man. Chopped it onto his left. Created the yard and didn't want to cross it. I don't like that. Matisse will cook Big Steve. He's going to go for him. Current holders are... Bro, how many subs can you make in the Champions League? Madrid are making 2 more. Foden and Mahrez cost them in the first leg with the chances they missed. Put midfielders in strikers' positions. And they miss sometimes because they're not natural goal scorers. Sterling is on the sell list. Yeah, I think he's gone. There's Cancelo. I'm so surprised at the lack of attacking quality since Madrid have scored. City have hardly done anything. Here's Grealish, gives it away. Looking forward to Big C and Cruz tearing it up on FIFA. Hey, soon come, man. Mukhtar said money can't buy you titles, PSG and City. I mean, maybe it can buy you domestic league, but you can't just buy a Champions League. It don't happen. Even Chelsea, listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Chelsea, of course, footballing rivalry. But Chelsea came from a place of... They had some heritage, Chelsea, when the money turned up. You know, Chelsea growing up, I remember Chelsea, Vialli, Hullet, Glenn Hoddle, them days, Zola. They were a UEFA Cup team. There was an element of heritage there. So when the money came, they only had to build on top of what they already had. City were coming from League One a few years ago. Now, don't get me wrong, they were back in the Prem. They're obviously a solid Prem team, but I feel like those foundations weren't there. One thing I think City have done wrong is not get an absolute superstar at the club. I'm talking... How many PSG shirts do you see right now? I see PSG shirts all over the place. See kids wearing them. Cruz has got one. You know, oh, Messi's there, Neymar's there. I want a PSG shirt. They've got them players that it's like, yo, I want PSG because of them players. I just don't think City have those players. I don't think they've got an absolute world beater. They should have tried to get Messi from Barca. They should have tried to get Mbappe. They should have... You know, they tried to get Ronaldo. I just think it's difficult. Man said Paul Dickov is their legend. Sean Goat a business, man. I'm telling you. Feed the goat and he will score. Real Madrid knockout run has been mad. PSG, Chelsea and City. That is some run, innit? That is some run. Madrid are state-owned. I hear you. And listen, it's difficult to compete with that. I get it. I think the King of Spain owns shares in Madrid. They're never going to be in debt. They'll always get out of it. A-Man said PSG is a fashion club. Yeah, I mean, they haven't got the right setup. But on what I'm saying, they did get them superstars in, but they just haven't built it right, you know? Vinicius Jr. coming off. Man was telling the manager, don't take me off. Man said, don't take me off. Are you telling Carlo Ancelotti not to take you off? Man said, what, sub? No, not me, bro. No, wait. Yo... Carlos said, listen, get me in the Champions League. He took him off now, by the way. Vinicius Jr. is coming on. Robbie said, it's only because they are sponsored by Jordan. Even I have a PSG tracksuit. Yo, I'm not going to lie. PSG are probably the drippiest football team in world football. Their merch, tracksuits, training kits is wild. It's crazy. Here's Camavinga. What a player. Madrid on the ball. 5 minutes to go, people. City heading out. What a shock. That's a free kick, surely. Madrid win the free kick over by the touchline. Benzema has 15 goals in 11 games in the Champions League. What am I meant to say to that, really? What am I meant to say? He's the best. He's the best striker in the world right now. He needs to win Ballon d'Or. He really does. He deserves it. He deserves it. And he's got a chance of winning the World Cup as well. People said Carlo is washed. Man has won the league. Is about to be in Champions League final. He's a monster, man. He's a monster. Camavinga is 19. We got Sambi. Listen, man, you get what you pay for. You know, get what you pay for. Liverpool should be very scared. I don't think they will be. Listen, you've always got to be cautious. It's Madrid. They can beat anyone. I think Liverpool will look at that Madrid team and think, look, they're good, but I think Liverpool's attack will damage Madrid. City, get the ball forward. Can they create? Well, I can't believe how little they've created. 4 minutes to go. Proper striker cost Man City. Champions League is another beast, said Babatunde. I agree. Put Kane in that team in the first leg. The tie's over. They beat him by 3 goals. Benzema, 15 goals. Ronaldo's record is 17. Can Benzi get 2 in the final to level him? Liverpool's pace will rip Madrid apart. Listen, I think it'll be a close game because it's a final. It'll be a cagey affair. But on that big pitch in Paris, I think Liverpool get the better of Madrid's defence. But you never know. You never know. You know, these, like you said, they've beaten PSG, Chelsea and Man City almost to get into a final. They certainly haven't done it the easy way. Man City win the ball back. Free kick on the edge of their own penalty area. Fernandinho's rolling all over the... Man was about to start rolling over and then realised, yo, I better hurry up, and then just got up. City players have given up. That's a good point, R1. Trent against Vinicius. Whew. That's a madness. We'll see if he can defend in that game, that's for sure. Because Vinicius is relentless. I can't lie. I love the way he keeps running at the fullback. Old school wingers, man. The Queen should have bought it. Arsenal. Yeah, apparently she's an Arsenal fan. We need that Queen investment. Benzema winner in the final. Hopefully. Madrid only going to be stronger next season. Yeah, because listen, you put... Who are they saying again? It's Rudiger. You put Rudiger and Mbappe in this team and promote Camavinga. They're a serious team. They're a serious team. Substitutions cost City Mahrez, KDB and Jesus. I don't understand why he took KDB off unless he's injured. I actually almost feel sorry for Pep. Look at Benzema. Look at him. Marcelo. Marcelo's leaving in the summer. I think he's going back to Brazil. Come on. What? Come on, surely we have to hit 1,000 likes, people. We can't be playing like that. And listen, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. We are 28 subscribers away from 48k. We've got 2,000 people in the chat right now. And nearly 60 on Twitch as well. So if you haven't subscribed already, lick down that button. Can we hit 44k? Can we hit 1,000 likes? Appreciate the great support as always. Been a great stream. Clarence Seedorf's there. Evra's there. Loads of people watching the game. Probably working with TV. Queenie from London town. Pogba, yeah, Pogba would be... Yeah, maybe. Isn't it amazing? You could actually sign Pogba, Rudiger and Mbappe on free transfers. Now, don't get me wrong. I always say there's no such thing as a free in football. Them man will be asking for 15, 20 million signing on fees. But no transfer fee. Foden with a great touch. This could be last chance for City. Sterling. Here we go, people. Last chat. Big up Yvette who said just subscribe. Soccerez said, not going to lie, enjoy your channel. Appreciate it. Grealish. He wins a corner. Last chance. This is it for Man City, people. This is it. I'm lyrics, man. Listen, you need both, but I'm lyrics. I need bars. Then we'll deal with flow. Flow with no lyrics. In a nightclub, maybe you get away with that. But I need bars. That's why I'm a Nas fan. There is. How long's added on? I didn't even see that. 3 minutes added on. Corner whipped in. Headed away in the air. Can City get it back in? Cancelo wins it. Fernandinho flicks it on. No one at the back post for City. What are they doing? You have to have a player at the back post. Near post, back post, goalkeeper. They're just standard positions. City don't deserve to win this. They've blown it. Will you do the Frankfurt-West Ham game? Possibly. Should we do that? We'll do the 2 o'clock stream tomorrow. And then obviously, I'll put a vote out there. If you want it, we can do it, people. I'm a man of the people. If you want West Ham Frankfurt semi-final, we can do it. If it's not worth it, we'll leave it. Jamie, I'll subscribe on all my other accounts. Any help? Hey, come on, man. Really appreciate it. If he said this is going to kill City's confidence, listen, like I said, I'm predicting it. There's 2 minutes left. I think City go out here, Liverpool win the quadruple. I'm predicting it. I might even see what the odds are. Or is it just written in the stars for Madrid to win it? I don't know. But I think Salah's going to want revenge, man. Last time they played Madrid, Ramos injured him. And he's going to want to prove that wrong. So a few of you saying, yeah. So, yeah, I'll put the poll out tomorrow, but I don't mind doing it. Right. Well, we got 90 seconds to go. Mendy clears the ball into the City half, goes out for a throw-in. City have done absolutely nothing in extra time. Nothing at all. I can't believe how flat they've been. They look like they've run out of ideas. I've seen Pep sitting down. I've never seen it. Bernardo Silva finds Sterling's been poor since he came on. Diaz does well. They don't want to clip it into the box, but they have done. They go long. Again, no one at the back post. Cancelo. Minute to go, people. Bernardo Silva, touch deliver. Whips it in. Grealish. Oh, he doesn't reach him. Rodrigo clears it. City have been awful. Ederson's on the halfway line, people. I haven't been monetized yet on Twitch, people. That's why we can't do the what do you call it? Like the subscriptions or whatever. And it's collected by Courtois. 30 seconds to go. I think they're done. I think they're done. Courtois laying down. Oh, man. I don't know why. I actually feel bad for Pep. But at the same time, I don't. You spent a bill, bro. Ancelotti rolled in halfway through a season and dealt with you. 10 seconds to go. He's blown the whistle. He's blown early. And Real Madrid are in the Champions League final. Manchester City have bottled it. 3-1 defeat on the night. I have never seen anything like it. Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti, cool as you like, people. I'm telling you now, Pep, I feel for you. Ref was moving like the AFCON ref, just blew up early. There was actually 10 seconds to go. Look at Pep. They have bottled it. Absolutely bottled it. I think he has to take some responsibility himself. Don't know why he took Kevin De Bruyne off. Jesus was his only striker, took him off. I said, Pep, you brick. I think he could walk at the end of the season, I'm telling you. Benzema goes straight over to Clarence Seedorf, former Real Madrid player. Here's Gucci Gang Grealish. Bro, I'm telling you, some of these men at Madrid probably don't even know who Jack Grealish is. We're over here paying 100 million. Oh, my Dave. Big Steve. Big Steve barbecue on the Big Six tomorrow, man. He's going to get annihilated. That's going to be like all-you-can-eat restaurant, man. Just cook him all the time. Manchester City lose 3-1 after being 1-0 up. Jesus coming to Arsenal. Pep looks shattered. He might walk, I'm telling you. Pep looks shattered. He might walk away. I think Liverpool might win the quad. That's the tweet. I actually do. I think they're going to bottle the Prem. What a game. What a watch-along, people. Absolutely unbelievable. Ancelotti's better than Pep. Can't trust a bold guy. Pep can go to Arsenal working side by side. Man said bring him back to be Arteta's assistant. Bold Arteta, Spanish Tony Pulis, Finnish fraud. Sorry, but as United fan, I have to take the bit. Listen, it is what it is. That's the game, innit? Neil said Madrid has wrapped up the league. They can rest players and be ready for the final. That's interesting. League's already won. So that bold fraud Steve, man, always acting like City are pure royalty. He's going to learn tomorrow. You going to learn today. Love these City tears, said Abhinav. City players look shocked. From the moment Madrid equalised, they did nothing in the game. They didn't look like they knew how to react. And that's weird. You know, it's weird. They're a good team. They should know how to respond. Maybe they're so used to winning, they don't know what to say. Let me get Cruz on for a little after game roundup. All right, so you predicted Real Madrid were going to win last week. Why did you have so much belief in Duck down a bit. That bit's cutting off the. Why did you have so much belief they were gonna beat City still?
I feel like I know they have like no pace, but I just feel like Benzi was gonna carry them. Vinicius was too quick for Cancelo.
You just said no pace. Vinicius is quick, man. Oh, you meant Benzema and them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you happy that they won?
Yeah.
Who do you think wins the final then? Because Liverpool are quick. They will be hard for them. But who do you think wins the final?
I think it will go to extra time. It will be like 2-2.
Yeah.
And I think Liverpool will get another one in extra time.
You think Liverpool beat them in extra time?
Yeah.
Bit too quick. What do you make of Arsenal quick? Give me a quick Arsenal roundup. 4th. If we get top 4, you happy with that?
Yeah, but still want the Co-Man out.
I said still want the coma. They'll come for you in the comments, man. Who do you want us to sign in the summer?
I want Basuma.
Yeah, I like Basuma.
And Gakpo.
I like Gakpo.
And a striker like Jesus and another striker.
I'll take that.
A stronger striker.
Nunes?
Yeah, I'll take him.
Take it. Yes, Cruz. Big up, Cruz. Nah, you need to get to bed, bro. Man's staying up late watching football. School see me on here. They start coming for me. Man's truanting. Hey, big up Latte. Latte shouting you, man. He said for Cruz, he knows his football. Big up, man. Yes, people, appreciate that. You know what? Now he wants to come on every game. Oh, let me come on. And yeah, man said I still want the cone man out. You're going to get me in trouble saying things like that. Oh, dear me. Listen, people, big up to each and every one of you for tuning in. Really enjoyed that stream, man. I don't know why. I feel kind of happy that Madrid won. I know that's bad because man said Man City oil can't buy a bottle, man. I'm telling you. But listen, really appreciate all of you tuning in. Brilliant stream. 2,000 of you. We're close to 44K, so hopefully we'll hit that by tomorrow. Big up everyone. Smash that like on the way out. Pep has bottled it again. I feel for him. Man's actually got tears in his eyes, man. But it is what it is. Champions League final is going to be mad. All I can say tomorrow, I mean, Big Six. It's going to be a barbecue. And Big Steve's going to be on that barbecue getting cooked from all directions, man. If I was Steve, I'd be messaging Turkish saying my flight got delayed. But it is what it is. Benzi goes to the final. Real Madrid against Liverpool final. Amazing stream. Big up to all of you for tuning in. 2 o'clock tomorrow, Arsenal bits and bobs. And then we might do a West Ham watch along tomorrow night if the people want it. Enjoy the rest of the evening, people. Thank you for the interaction. Take care, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bless.